Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, everyone. Happy Friday, and welcome on back to Homegrown Farm. Hope everyone's doing well today. Mic panic is real. I was a little late on my breakfast today, and that's kind of like the main reason that I was running late today. I was busy doing other stuff, and I lost track of time, and then it was like 11:30, and I hadn't started making breakfast yet, so I had to like rush that, and then I was eating, and then now I managed to have a good breakfast still. You weren't that late. I mean, technically I'm exactly on time according to the YouTube schedule. It's just, you know, what we're normally used to, where I'm 5 minutes early to the stream. I was late to being early. Girl, that's lunch. I mean, to me, it's breakfast. It's the first meal of the day. As far as I'm concerned, the first meal you eat in the day is breakfast, regardless of when you eat the meal. Maybe you can call it brunch. Maybe there's a use case to call it brunch, but... So you were late? Alright, fine, I'm late. Technically punctual. The best kind of punctual, exactly. You can't say I'm late. I arrived precisely when I was supposed to show up. It's like those jobs. It's like I mean, I think this is actually like a lot of jobs where they schedule you to be there at, like, you know, you start at noon. But what they really want is for you to be like there 5 minutes early or 10 minutes early or something, so you can like get yourself settled in. And I fell into that trap. I fell into that trap when I worked retail, where I would show up like 5 or 10 minutes early. But usually I didn't really have like anything else to do, so I would just like start 5 to 10 minutes early. Will they let you go 5 to 10 minutes early? Of course not. That's wasting money, but... Actually, I can't complain too much. My old job was pretty chill about letting people go home early if they needed to, or if we didn't like have a need for them, because it was like really quiet. My old job was pretty good about that. You want me there, you better be paying me. That's the way it should be. That is honestly the way it should be. And hopefully the way that most people's jobs are, but... Okay, Galdalf. A queen arrives precisely when she means to. Queen is never late, everyone else is simply early. Ellie is buffering here. I'm not buffering. Am I? I got no dropped frames. I got good YouTube connection. Life is good. Hold on, I am paranoid about the position of my microphone, though. But that's definitely just me. Good to see you, by the way, Neon Jellyfish. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Job search is making me an anxious mess, so crochet and stream to the rescue. Happy to provide some solace. We are back with Fleeting Farm. No, not Fleeting Farm. Sorry, that was muscle memory. We're back with Homegrown Farm. The challenge where we are trying to complete all of Stardew Valley, 100% perfection, with only one of each item. One of each item to start with, and any items we make from those items. We have some useful commands if you're new to the challenge and may not know what's going on. You can see the rules for the challenge in the description below, but... Exclamation point Homegrown, exclamation point FAQ, and exclamation point required. You're gonna let me do the commands? I was already typing it. I didn't know if you were racing me or not, but... those are some very helpful commands. If you have any questions or have any confusion about how the Homegrown challenge actually works, those are good resources to start you with. But overall, it should be relatively simple to understand, I think. It's chill, even if you don't understand what's going on. I hope you have a chill time here. Not be doing a double take at the stream title. Stream title's Chasing Mastery. What's the double take? Wait. Need to know. Ooh, nice little, like, cornflower blue slime going on right there. Ink-Stained Cloud, thank you for renewing your membership at the Electron level, by the way. Thank you, thank you. Hope you enjoy your slime and all your other memberly benefits. Love that you just accepted Ellie. Love that for you. It's still an uphill battle to try and change my internal monologue to be like, you know, she, her, and recognize like Eleanor / Ellie as my name and not just like some character that I'm portraying. It's definitely a challenge still, but it's a challenge I'm willing to rise to the occasion of. You all know me. You all know that I love challenges. You took me literally at Fleeting Farm. Oh. No, that was just a misspeak on my end. We're not back to Fleeting Farm just yet. Hold on, quick little hydration break. Wait, you do? Surprise, surprise. Although challenges that, when it comes to like transitioning, are very different than challenges when it comes to Stardew Valley. I feel like I have a lot more control over the stuff in Stardew Valley. But we'll get there. We're getting there. Alright, friends. Let's go ahead and play some daily games here. Play some dailies, our Scrandle, our Steamdle, PokeDoku, Pufferfish. All that good stuff. Let's go ahead and do it. Scrandle. Scrandle bonus round. Bratwurst and beer. No thanks on the beer for me. Versus a foot-long Mexican hot dog. What is on the hot dog? Are those like pretzels? They look like pretzels, and it looks like it's like slathered in barbecue sauce. Also, that bun looks like... It almost looks like a pita instead of a bun. I mean, I wouldn't be proud of myself, but I would probably eat that. Sausage in a pint. Nothing wrong there. It's exactly what it says on the tin. Versus Sri Lankan food platter. Free for fans? You get this food for free if you're a fan? Heck, I'll be a fan of whatever you want if you... Well, maybe not whatever you want, but... I'll be a fan of any old sports team if you're going to give me this kind of food. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll say, oh my gosh, that was so close. Literally like less than 1% difference. Butterfly. Sugar crumble pastry. That looks... I would absolutely eat this as like a midnight snack or something. I would take some of this home from the party, have it at home in the fridge, and like wake up in the middle of the night, go and sleepwalk like a zombie over to my fridge and absolutely destroy a slice of that. That's the vibe I'm getting there. Versus Stroopwafel ice cream. Also free. Wait, they're all free. Everything is free today. Is it a free themed Scrandle? I mean, ice cream is really good, and Stroopwafel is also really good. I feel like the coloration and the lighting on this one is just going to make it win. Really? Wow. No, people just love ice cream that much. Honestly, fair enough. Chicken Corner Kick Fries. Free for season ticket holders. See, that one's less free, I would say. The season ticket, I imagine, is quite expensive, but at least you get some extra benefits out of having the season ticket beyond just the season ticket itself. And sushi. Free in the VIP box. Free in the VIP box, huh? Okay. I mean, they both look pretty darn good. I think I'm going with this one, though. I don't have my fingers on the pulse of it today. Steak and peppercorn sauce in crusty bread with chips, free for volunteers. Now that's more like it. Volunteers should be getting all the free food, honestly. Berries free from a bush. They're telling me someone just went outside and picked some berries, and they're calling it Scran? What the heck? They'll call anything Scran these days. Okay, I mean, I do love berries. Steak and a peppercorn sauce, though? I'm kind of all in on these berries. I think the 0%? What the heck was wrong with the steak and the peppercorn? I mean, I got it right, so I'm glad I went with the berries. That seems like it was a glitch more than anything. Iced bun, free for Sheffield Wednesday fans, or free pint and festive caramel slice for season ticket holders. Both look totally fine. I feel like the glaze on this is so nice, though. I gotta give it to that. They've been all the scores, I feel like, have been very close on these. For the most part, anyway, other than that 0% one. Humans are a bunch of trolls. I don't know, that seemed like more was like a glitch than anything else. Farmed salmon, seemingly free. That's ominous. What do you mean seemingly free? Is it like there's like a sign that says free salmon, take a piece, and then you pick it up? And then like a week later, someone shows up with a salmon tax at your house? Lobster steak, chicken tender, and salad, free with sweet admission. The seemingly free salmon scares me. I think I gotta go with the lobster and steak. I ran away instead of paying. A red-necked phalarope, free from the air. Don't eat the bird, please. Please do not eat the bird that so graciously landed in your hand. Do you know how rare that is? Or did you, like, snatch it out of the air with the intention to eat it? That's even worse. Am I watching, like, a supervillain perspective right now? Versus hot dog with self-serve toppings, free with a Norwegian cruise. I'm very curious to see the percentage on this one. Why did the bird win by, like, 0.5%? More importantly, what is this fish? Free from Martin Odegaard, the man of the match. Is this Martin Odegaard here, or is this him? That very much changes how I see this fish, because this guy looks like he'd be like very happy to receive the fish. This guy looks like he's very concerned to receive the fish. Scotch egg, free for away fans. I mean, give me the egg, yeah. That fish is scaring the heck out of me. Free oysters or free hot dog? I'm sorry, free oysters I don't trust. I'm taking the free hot dog, regardless of what the hot dog even looks. I didn't even read the rest of that part of that hot dog, but a carton of water, which is thankfully free. Water in a freaking yogurt cup. Or oysters, free for fans and players. Again, I'm going to say it. Free oysters, don't trust it. Give me the water. Give me the water. Not my best scramble. 7 out of 10. I did beat the average, like, pretty considerably, though. Why the bird, though? Why did the bird win? Do people understand that it's like, you're not keeping the bird as a pet? You're supposed to eat the bird. Scran is about things you eat, not about things you, like, take home with you. Do not eat the bird, please. I barely trust seafood that isn't free. That's what I'm saying. Surprised there wasn't Freg Cactus. Not recommended after 0.1 hours. Steam Deck verified game which erased all of my progress from demo. For this price, mistakes like that should not happen. So it's a relatively expensive game, potentially. February 24th, 2023. Steam Deck compatible. Honestly, could not tell you. Don't have enough data points yet. Fear and Hunger. I know you can play that on the Steam Deck. It's not on Steam, though, apparently. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, it's probably Sniper Camouflage Orange Spy Warrior. You can steal bread from starving children and your character laughs when she does it. One of those where you play as the villain, huh? These reviews were from right around the same time. So that makes me think that it probably came out around this time. What the heck did I guess, by the way? Sniper Camouflage Orange Spy Warrior buried 2 bodies in the garden and the police haven't figured out yet that they're missing because there was a lonely old couple who had no relative simulator 2026? Huh. Just another Tuesday on Steam, I guess. You can steal bread from starving children and your character laughs when she does it. I have no earthly idea. Hitman. You don't even play as a... You don't play as a woman in Hitman. The developers need to learn to design and orchestrate boss battles better. Too many think the only way to do it is to add multiple forms, insane HP pools, and mechanics designed to keep you from vital functions. That alone is enough to not recommend. You did play it for 132 hours before not recommending it, which is a formidable feat, I must say. This is a very recent review as well. This is from just last month. 2 not recommended reviews. Not a very well-received game based on this small sample size. Still not enough information, I feel like, though. This is some kind of RPG. It's Lies of P. Didn't realize this $60 soundtrack included a free 10 out of 10 game. Well, Smucker Jams clearly enjoyed their time with this game. Even if no one else here did. Okay, and with a really good soundtrack. Really good soundtrack to this 2023 game. I am honestly drawing a blank. I'm just going to start typing letters. Rev. Yeah, Revo. Another negative review. I just played it for 5 hours to give it a fair chance, but will not play on. I'm quite sure that I'm just not the target audience. I like the graphics a lot, but everything else was either bland or weird and not in a good way. Story, controls, combat, conversation, pacing, nothing seemed good or even right, except for the lovely graphics. I also think watching the stream of somebody playing it would be just as good as playing it yourself, as nothing is added by the latter. I don't even know if I'm going to know this game. Let's just go with, like, Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk 2077. I'm not even halfway done with the game. I just refuse to use the fast travel system because I like murdering everything along the way. Plus, I like mugging people. Most normal gamer. Edit, mugging people saved me from a party wipe. Please mug people. It is morally acceptable here. I actually have no idea. Darkest Dungeon 2. That's Octopath Traveler 2. I was right about it being a sequel, at least. Do I get some credit for that? Octopath Traveler. Definitely have heard of it. Have literally no idea anything about what it's about, beyond what I just read from those Steam reviews. What is this game? I wish I could tell you. I wish I had more information to share with you. Alright, hold on. I'm just getting re-situated into a more comfortable spot here. I got, like, mic cords and things going all over the place here. Your sister loves Octopath Traveler? Ooh, baby Moonlight Jelly for Daisy. Congratulations. No horses yet, I don't think. No horses yet. But there's still time. We still got daily games to go through here. PokeDoku Master Puzzle by PokeDaxi. We also have a bonus puzzle to play today if we want to. Hoenn Dark type. Give me a Poochyena. Give me a Mightyena. Can't use them anymore. Hoenn Dual type. What about Wingull? Yeah. Just thinking about that early game of Hoenn. Hoenn Legendary, on the other hand. Rayquaza. Latios. Latias, I've already guessed them. Regirock, Regice. Regice. Wait, was a horse... Did I summon a horse into existence somehow? Bye and Furious! Congratulations on your horse. May it be the first of many that we see today. Legendary from Unova. Legendary from Unova. Let's go with Reshiram. Let's go with Zekrom. Zekrom will do the trick. Dual type from Unova. Sigilif. Darmanitan Zen form. Beautiful. Unovan Dark type. Scraggy. Scrafty. Mega Scrafty? Should work just fine. Dude's wearing, like, the coolest hoodie I think I've ever seen in my life. Dragon Dark type. Hydreigon. Staying in Unova with that one. Dragon Dual type. Let me count the freaking ways. Dragonite. Dragon, just regular Dragonite. No, hold the Mega. Hold the Mega on the Dragonite. And Dragon Legendary? What about, Kyurem? Kyurem White? Yep, there you go. I mean, I never remember like the exact typing of the different Kyurem forms, but I was pretty sure they were all dragons. We're going for the bonus puzzle. It's rare that you get a bonus puzzle. First partner, monotype, dual type. Grass, fire, and water. A very clear. Happy 30th Pokemon Day. What does that even mean? Bonus puzzles do not affect streaks or average unique stats. So I can fail this puzzle if I want to, but you can still get new Pokedex entries for, you can still get new Pokedex entries on bonus puzzles. Grass first partner, Grookey. Grass monotype, Thwackey. Grass dual type, can't do Rillaboom to complete the triad. But we can do something like freaking Vileplume. Or, yeah, you know what, Lilleep, I see you there, I'll take you. Did I see the new announced starters? Today was the Pokemon 30th anniversary. I did not see the new games get announced. Wait, I'm normally got my finger on the pulse of the new Pokemon news. Wait, I didn't see that. Ooh, I'll have to go check that out after the stream. Fire type first partner, Charmander. Cyndaquil. Live react, please, with lava. Fire monotype, Slugma. Charcadet. Is Charcadet mono fire? I want to say yes. Yeah, okay. Another horse, early gamer. There's my horse hotkey too. Congratulations. Wait, is that 2 horses in a row? No, it's not 2 horses in a row. Wait, no, there is 2 in a row, because Pebble the Brain Dead also owns a horse. Back-to-back horses. I missed it in the deluge of horses. Congratulations. Oh my gosh. Nightbot, that's rare. That is rare these days. With the current odds of horses where they're at, that definitely feels rarer than it used to be. Congratulations to both of you. Fire dual type. Let's go with Embor, Mega Embor, Iron Moth, Gouging Fire, why can't I think of like any other like dual fire types? Infernape, Monferno, wait, Talonflame. I saw Talonflame there. Talonflame will work. And another horse with Andy with no Y. Congratulations on your horse as well, my friend. Water type first partner, Mudkip. Do you like Mudkips? Yeah, I like Mudkips. Water monotype, Love Disc. Alomomola. And water dual type, Jellicent. Mantike or Mantine. Either one will do the trick. Wait, was there another horse? Inked Stain Cloud, 8821. With yet another horse. Oh my gosh. The stables are just running rampant today. There's so many horses. It's a hot day for horses, everybody. Oh, no way. All these horses into a raccoon chorus to celebrate? What are the odds of that? Well, I'll let you enjoy it while I figure out what this fish is going to be on Pufferfish today. I was singing the lyrics in my head. I was singing the. I was already saying sorry in my head. But I refrained. I refrained from saying anything out loud. I just vibed out. Vibed out all on my own. So it's not a super cucumber, it's not a sturgeon, nor does it have any overlapping locations with either of them. That is interesting. This could be a river fish. Could this be a Dorado? There is a non-zero chance this is a Dorado. It's not, but there was a non-zero chance that it was. Okay. Specialty fish of some kind? Could be like a desert fish? I don't think that would have been a scorpion carp. It wasn't quite hard enough to be a scorpion carp. Maybe a mines fish of some sort? Possibly a stonefish or an ice pip? Go ice pip on that one. Not a mines fish, okay. Let me think. Specialty fish, you got like void salmon. You got the Ginger Island fish, but Super Cucumber would have overlap with most Ginger Island fish. In fact, I think with all of them. I think it's available in Pirate Cove alongside the Stingray. So that doesn't track. Might have to try Void Salmon on this one. It is Void Salmon, there you go. If it wasn't Void Salmon, I was probably going to go with something like a Mutant Carp. I could have seen that being a Mutant Carp as well, but we got there. We got there in the end. No worries. Bit of a close one. A bit close for comfort. Just like my Wordle today. I think I got the Wordle in 5. Wordle was a little tricky today. No spoilers. No spoilers if you haven't done the Wordle yet, but I had a heck of a time with it. Regrowable crop, yes. Otherwise, no overlap here. Let's see. Regrowable summer fruit, perhaps? Regrowable spring fruit? This could be a strawberry situation. It is regrowable fruit, not in spring or fall, so a regrowable summer fruit. It's true. The reason I skipped over summer so readily before was because I can't think of any, like, regrowable fruits in that season. Unless it's maybe a fruit tree. This might be a fruit tree situation. How do we feel about a peach? A peach in this moment. There you go. Can I offer you a peach in these trying times? Peaches, 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 peaches. How delightful. Alright, friends. You know the drill. You know the drill by this point. We have, I'm going to give you, if I can load it up on my phone, timer. A 1-minute timer to get yourself a horse. We've had a lot of horses already. A horse or a jelly, I should say. Horses and jellies go offline. For the rest of the stream, after 1 minute, after 50 seconds. See if you can join the pantheon of horse havers today. We had a lot of them. I even lost count of how many horses we had. You could also get yourself a baby moonlight jelly, a green moonlight jelly, perhaps. The possibilities are literally endless, except for the fact that there's a very finite number of possibilities. But they feel endless. They feel truly endless. Nightbot being very stingy. I mean, I guess Nightbot did let out quite a few horses from the stables earlier, so maybe it's like feeling like it did everyone a favor. But come on, we can never have too many horses, never have too many baby jellies out here. Tired Gingerbread with the baby moonlight jelly. 3, 2, 1, and that's time. That is time, my friends. Let me go and disable the command. See if we get any buzzer beaters while I do this. Alright, horse has been disabled, and jelly has been disabled. Thank you for playing. Let me grab a little hydration break here before I get on with the main event. Thank you for petting Pie, Thunder Thighs. Pie appreciates the pets. We're a pantheon that is of all gods. Am I a Lovecraftian eldritch abomination jellyfish-shaped deity? Why are all the jelly, like, all the like, the eldritch horrors, they're always, like, jellyfish and tentacled things? What is so, like, alien and weird about a tentacle? There are plenty of creatures on Earth that have tentacles. Shouldn't it be, like, normal? I guess it's because, like, pretty much all the creatures that have tentacles are, like, oceanic. And oceanic creatures are, like, some of the most alien creatures on Earth, so I guess that tracks. I guess it is also, yeah, just entirely because of Lovecraft. Lovecraft set that precedent, that's fair. Squidward is an eldritch god, I guess. SpongeBob. That's my best Squidward voice. Do you like it? Alright, let's go ahead and load up some Stardew Valley here, shall we? Half an hour in. Not too bad. Not too bad considering we had a bonus PokeDoku puzzle to do. Wait, so the new games really got announced? What are they called? Like a new generation? We're going on to Generation 10? It's real? It's happening? That's very exciting. They got to do something big for Generation 10. I hope that it is good. I hope that it's better than the past few generations. The past, like, it's no big secret that the last few generations have been a little rocky, a little lackluster in a lot of different ways. They've had some strong notes as well, but overall, I feel like they pale in comparison to a lot of like the older games and stuff. It better be good. They look so pretty. Pokemon Wind and Waves. Okay, so I think I had heard like leaks about that like Pokemon Wind and Waves was supposed to be like the names of the next generation. I think I saw that in like a YouTube short like a month or two ago. So that was actually true. New names to learn. My brain is like a sponge for Pokemon names. You don't got to worry about me learning those. Oops, sorry, that was the wrong... It looked like the right scene, but it was the wrong scene. There we go, that's the right scene. Need to finish all the current games you got going on before the new ones come out. Whoops, there's too many games to play! Chat, they need to stop making games for like a year so that everyone can catch up on all the games that they need to play. Let's just not make any more games for like the next like year or two. How does that sound? There's already enough games out there. We need to be able to experience them. We're back on Homegrown Farm. Welcome back. Do we have any birthdays or anything today? We do have Willie's birthday. Hence the Statue of Endless Fortune giving me a diamond. Willie is one of the many people that loves diamonds. Okay. Let's go ahead and sort that out. So our main goal still for today is going to be to max out our skills. I would love to get mastery so we can get access to all of our mastery items and, well, not our mastery items. We already have our mastery items, obviously, because we have one of every item. But like the mastery crafting recipes, specifically the treasure totems, would be a huge get. That would be a huge win. Foraging mastery is definitely going to be our first one for like literally only that reason. Normally, foraging mastery is like not that good. It's not as good compared to a lot of the other masteries, I'll say. But in our case, foraging mastery is like the be-all, end-all. We need it. We freaking need it so bad. In yesterday's stream in the randomized perfection VODs I was watching last night, my brain is so lost on what we're doing. Don't worry, Ashiel. It doesn't necessarily matter mechanically what we're even doing on a moment-to-moment basis here. We're just vibing out. Alright, I did have a cute little outfit picked out for this stream. Starting with the lime green tunic, then I want just the regular skirts. And I had, I think, the forager's hat? Whatever one is in the thumbnail there. Also probably going to need some better boots to match. And we don't need anything like super special as far as boots go, because we're probably not going to the mines or anything today. We already have our mining and combat maxed out. We did that on the last stream of Homegrown Farm. So, we should be covered there. Let me grab a prismatic shard real quick to recolor this skirt. Let's do this. Let's do this. And let's go... Actually, these pants aren't too bad for this outfit either. I probably want to recolor them a little bit. Let's do the skirt instead. I like doing, like... I forget exactly, like, the shade of green that I landed on that looked nice here. Not quite that. That's pretty good. Be a little lighter. Little lighter? I don't want to go, like, super, super light. Maybe I have to go a little more, like, in the green-yellow side of things here. Is that because it's, like, a little greenish blue? Yeah, I think that's good. I like that. Okay. I think that's lovely. Put away these old clothes, these old sweaty clothes. And away we go. Miss Palindrome, hello, hello. You hear Pokemon trading card game music? The classic. I have added some new songs to the playlist, and I want to add more. I actually wanted to go through, because I was looking at all the Animal Crossing New Horizons tracks, and there were like so many, and I was like, I don't know which ones of these to add, like which ones of these are like the best ones to add for the vibe of the playlist, because I can't just like add them all, right? I mean, I could. I definitely could. But I feel like that would be fun to like go through on stream at some point, like listen to all of those, and then we can like decide together which ones we want to add. Did I take advice from the old music channel in Discord? I did look through that a little bit, not as much as I probably should have, but 3 a.m. But I hear 3 a.m. is very cursed. I hear the 3 a.m. soundtrack is extremely cursed. Okay. What are we working on today? We have fishing to finish up, we have more farming to do, we have more foraging to do. I think fishing we were at a bit of a standstill because we were low on bait, right? Like this is all the bait we have left currently is 13 of the bait and the deluxe bait. So we're a little stuck on that one. For foraging, I should be going out and hitting up the secret woods basically every day here to get all the hit up all the stumps that are out there. So let me do my daily chores here. We water our pet bowls. Hello to both my dogs and my cat. I didn't think I actually pet that dog there, but 500 gold from Lewis. We're not allowed to keep that gold. We are not accepting handouts in the mail, Mayor Lewis. This is the wrong challenge for that. Debug money minus 500 is going to bring us to 24,995. Is that correct? Very nice. Dog, dog, cat. Exactly. Exactly right. Are you accepting the money your parents send you in the mail? No. I would say no. We don't really do anything to earn that. Well, I guess you do total earnings, and the total earnings, it's like a one-time reward. Consistently, we have been, so far, accepting one-time rewards, so I guess there is a precedent to be allowed to accept that one. Little farming XP out of these. Very nice. A gold quality golden egg. Just gold all the way down. So I guess, yeah, maybe money from parents in the mail will be fine. Not that it's like that huge of a deal either way, because honestly, money is hardly an issue in this challenge. I do have enough money now. Can I go buy the, or should I go buy the star drop from Krobus? I don't think I've done that yet, have I? Hello, dog. Tiger Slime's looking mighty fresh in here. We'll pay more attention to the slime hutch in the future once we actually want to like grind out the ginger and everything that's there. What is going on down near these trees? My little tree farm. How is this coming together here? A lot of pine trees. A lot of pine trees spreading quite nicely. The other trees are also starting to spread out pretty well. Ooh, we got an extra wild seed here. Okay, we want to get this into a good grid formation. Put it like over here, and then we want to hit it until we actually get the one that we want. There we go. Just like that. Okay. Bring Panda over here. Let's head down to the secret woods. Also, hold on. I do need to remember that there's also this one regenerating stump that appears on my actual farm every single day. So that's important. Get rid of the hardwood as well, though. Been watching your VODs at 1.25 times speeds. Feels so weird to watch it at normal speed. I can only imagine. That is a good way to catch up, is to watch it at higher playback speeds, but then that's the downside, is when you actually get to join a live stream, suddenly it sounds so much different. Secondary question, do you get farming XP when the cows deposit their goods in the auto-petter, or when you take it out of the auto-petter? Neither. You do not get farming XP when you're using an auto-petter, or auto-grabber, I should say. That is one of the downsides, but if it's between... I mean, I guess I could get rid of the auto-grabber for right now, and start, like, manually milking to get the actual experience out of it. But I feel like we're going to be better off just using crops to get our farming experience overall. We get little bits and pieces from petting our farm animals every day, and from, like, harvesting stuff out of the coop, but overall, I feel like we're going to be able to rush it pretty quick once we start focusing on crops. Okay, I think I can just warp home now, right? Warp home, get rid of the hardwood here, and deposit everything else, because we're actually allowed to keep all this stuff. Not that I want to keep the wood skip row. Okay. Speaking of farming, did we do our crops last time? I think we did, right? I think we actually did. Yeah, our crops are... This is a very fresh crop field here. I can harvest this. I can harvest this. I actually don't know if tea leaves give you farming XP when you harvest them. I feel like they don't, but I could be wrong about that. All this stuff over here. Fruit tree day as well. Gotta be mindful of my inventory space here. I came here with not the most inventory space. Come back for the rest of that. Honestly, since we don't have bait to do much fishing with, we might be in a situation where we like come outside, do our daily chores, like hit up our stumps and everything, and then go to sleep early. We might be in early sleeping territory here in at this part of the challenge, at least for right now. There are other things I could be doing, like other things I could be working towards for sure, but overall, we're probably... I feel like I just want to focus on the skills. So I'm probably just going to end up sleeping. We don't have any, like, strict time limit in-game to, like, get this challenge done by or anything like that. It's not Fleeting Farm where we have, like, different seasonal goals. We're a little more lackadaisical when it comes to the goals here. My cat Doodles says hi. Hello, Doodles! Hello, Doodles. Asterisk boops you on the nose through the monitor. Asterisk. Birthdays. Yeah, so birthdays is another thing that I need to, that I should focus on. Which reminds me, it is Willie's birthday today, so let's grab a diamond. Grab a diamond, go give that to him. Then I'll return to Ginger Island, grab the remaining fruit that's out there. I can also chop down this tree while I'm here. This is a leftover from Green Rain Day, I'm pretty sure. Not many trees normally growing out there. Boom and boom. Yeah, Willie's birthday. Willie should just be at his shop, I believe, so we'll head down there real quick. I could have used the beach obelisk. I always forget about the earth and the water obelisks. I'm bad about that. Ooh. I just kind of skipped that out of habit. I don't know, I was getting some Ultimate Gamer Gauntlet muscle memory going on there where I was thinking I had to be fast about it. There you go. Happy birthday, Willie. Sorry that you didn't make the cut for being the new bachelor, Willie. I know a lot of people were upset about that, but hey, you know what? There's always Stardew Valley 1.8. Some fish come and go with the seasons, others only come out at night or in the rain. Yeah, we're officially living in a post-1.7 spouse reveal world. How we feeling, chat? Have we all come to grips with the fact that Clint and Sandy have been revealed as the new marriage candidates? Ooh. Lots of people to talk to. Leo's feeling a little shy today. Willie is Arrow confirmed. If Willie was a bachelor, he would spend a married life in the shop or in your house. You'd increase the commute. I mean, you could say the same thing about Clint. Clint lives in his shop, but he's gonna have to start commuting now that you get married. Now you can get married to him. Waiting for Clint's redemption. I'm excited. I'm excited to see the way that Concerned Ape goes with it. I'm cautiously optimistic that it's going to be good. Yeah, we got all the fruit there. Yeah, I think we just go to bed now. I think we go to bed and carry on with our daily chores here, racking up more bait for fishing in the future. Doing our daily forage runs and all that good stuff. What if Clint gets worse like Shane does? I really hope that's not the case. Look at this dog being so cute right now. Wait, okay, Leo's birthday is tomorrow. Bookseller's in town today. That's not really worth anything for me, but notable, I suppose. Do I want to use these crystallariums for anything right now, actually? Also, I should... You know what? I can probably pare down some of the tools in my inventory here. I don't really need the iridium hoe. Don't need... Honestly, don't need the scythe at this current juncture. The watering can is nice to have just to fill my pet's bowls up there. The axe is obviously important for our daily runs out to the secret woods. Pop all those away in there. Pop those in there. Sandy's gonna have to get out the desert totem every morning. Sandy is going to be so interesting. I'm really curious to see the way that Concerned Ape takes her character. It's like I was saying before, she's like kind of a blank canvas. There's a lot you can do with Sandy's character if you want to. 13 sap. Is this 13 sap legal? Why do I feel like it's not legal? I may have gotten it from killing slimes. I think I got it from killing slimes. Yeah, that's probably fine. Do I hear coral chambers? Ooh, you caught me. I have added some... No, that's not coral chambers, actually. That is... Well, it's high halls. Same difference? Not same difference. I have added some Silk Song songs to the soundtrack. Say that 5 times fast. Silk Song songs to the soundtrack, 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 Silk Song songs to the soundtrack. It's actually not that hard, turns out. Can't hear it anyway. Music too low. Music is... Let me look. I mean, it is a quiet song, actually. Also can't really hear it. Music sounds fine here. I'm looking at OBS. I'm starting to trust my OBS monitor more than like more than just like different opinions in chat, because everyone's got a different audio setup and a different tolerance for audio. So I'm going off of OBS to like be a little more empirical about it. It is very low, I'm realizing. Let me turn it up on in OBS itself to like there. Oh, of course the song just ends, but... Oh, wait, that was the wrong thing I turned up. Hold on a second. No, that's actually... That's... I just turned up, like, the game sound. Music's low for me, but I don't currently have headphones. I definitely think that headphones make a substantial difference, yeah. In like the perceived volume of the music. Looking at OBS showing what decibels coming out per song is pretty good. So like my voice goes up to it goes into like the red range in OBS, which is like between like -10 and 0 decibels basically, is what it's indicating here. And the music, at least this current song, goes up to between -25 and -20 decibels. It's not hitting the yellow range, which I think I don't think it's supposed to. I think the yellow range is like probably a little too loud. It's coming like just shy of the yellow range. I think it's probably fine where it is. Might be a little quiet for some people, but I'd rather be a little quiet than a little loud. So I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna trust my gut on this one. I did also do some like replay gain stuff with some of the new songs that I added because I think they were quiet. They were like considerably quieter than a lot of the other songs. So I hopefully adjusted them and they're a little more normalized now. Anyway, chowder recipe. How delightful. George needs a hot pepper for his knee. Could eventually do that if we want to, but no huge rush on it. Alright. Go pet my animals real quick. Grab this from the fish pond here. 5 acorns is actually pretty huge. I feel like acorns or like oak trees in general are the ones that we have the least of currently, right? Also paying attention to the game sound, where the game sound is going to about the same volume as the music, so that seems about right to me. Don't forget to check for rain on Ginger Island for gem birds. Thank you. That is a good idea. That is a very good idea. Why did that look like a large golden egg for a second? They don't come in a large varietal, but the gold egg looked like substantially larger than normal for some reason in my brain. Let's go get these acorns in the ground here. We also chop this little stump over here. Beautiful. Boom, 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 boom. We suddenly just like doubled the amount of oak trees that we have, which is pretty crazy. This one is currently off grid, so let's go ahead and put that there. Everything's shaping up pretty nicely here as far as the pine trees go. We could probably even start chopping down some of these pine trees. Honestly, I might. I feel like I might, with at least the pine tree specific. None of these other ones I feel like have gotten to the point where I want to chop them down, but the pine trees are starting to spread pretty rapidly. So I'm going to go ahead and chop some of these, hopefully get some pine cones back out of it, so we can replant. The foraging experience is greatly appreciated. Getting lots of pine cones out of this, actually, more than I would have normally expected. This hardwood we don't get to keep. That was from the stump. But all the other stuff here, we actually do get to keep. Boom, 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 boom. And a couple more. Oh, there's a mushroom tree right there. Well, that's fine. They're bound to encroach on each other eventually. A whole 100 wood. It's kind of amazing. We did want access to the tide pools at some point, so I don't know if that's what we're going to want to save our first like bits of wood here for, necessarily. Also, our first bit of moss there is kind of nice. Is that our first bit of moss? It is, yeah, because all the other moss we would have gotten from, like, Green Rain, obviously we couldn't keep. 100 wood, pretty darn exciting. Ooh. Nah, I'm gonna skip this cutscene. Afraid I'm not in the mood. Which is more grandmotherly, actually being a grandma, or making pancakes according to your grandma's recipe while sitting on a rocking chair? Wait, while sitting on a rocking chair and crocheting literally granny squares, asking for a friend? I mean, why not both? One is very grandma behavior. The other one is just literally being a grandma. I would say the second one, personally, yeah. I would say that's grandmotherly. In the stereotypical grandmother sense. And I love that for your friend, for your quote-unquote friend. No, there's nothing wrong with that at all. Granny maxing for the freaking win. Okay. That seems good. Let me check. I mean, I didn't check the weather forecast yesterday for Ginger Island, so we're just going to have to go to Ginger Island and check directly whether it's raining or not. Which it's not. Alright, fair enough. I'll get in the habit of checking the actual forecast here, though, starting today. I probably want to swap out these crystallariums for something else, so if I'm going to be sleeping, like, consistently here. Is there something that I could get value out of from the crystallariums in the future? That I could start working towards right now? Something that I need, like, a whole bunch of? You know, I guess I can look at the... I don't have the current spreadsheet open, the exclamation point required spreadsheet. I can go open that real quick. Required items... Let me check minerals here. What do I need a lot of as far as minerals go? Frozen Tears, I need 17. Plus, they'll be good for, like, befriending Sebastian. So yeah, I think we swap out at this point our crystallariums for Frozen Tears here. That seems to make the most sense to me. I think these other ones were in here to duplicate them for the potential Gembird puzzle. But we should have duplicates of all of them now, so I think we're content to do this. Do we trade quartz for bombs or something? Originally, yes, but now in the rule set, we don't allow for trading. So that is off the table. Yeah, trading is not allowed. It's against the rules officially. Well, my chair's a little close to my computer there. Let me just move that. There we go. What's our weather report looking like tomorrow? Thunderstorm tomorrow, but normal on Ginger Island. Honestly, I don't mind the thunderstorm here because it keeps all the animals inside, which makes them easy to pet. It does burn through more of my hay, which I don't appreciate necessarily, but it's fine for the most part. Speaking of petting the animals, gotta pet our pets as well. Ooh, a little nice duck feather for Leo's birthday here. I might have a higher quality duck feather that I can use. Grab those real quick. Boom, boom. Where is my dog? Hello, dog. Getting ready to welcome our baby into the world already. We're not even married yet. We're not even freaking married. Hey, Shane. Feel better soon there, Antonia. Wishing you the best. I know you've been kind of going through it lately. I'm just happy you're still here. Good on you, Shane. Man, Shane's hard events, they're so free, they're so heavy. I wonder if we're going to see, like, more heavy hard events like this when 1.7 rolls around. It's supposed to be the social update, so you gotta wonder. It seems like that's, like, the major thing that Concerned Ape is going to be focusing on. I want to keep this duck feather, or just give it to Leo. I could probably, maybe, I'll go check and see if I have a higher quality duck feather in my auto grabber. I will say currently, like, I love Stardew Valley. I always have loved Stardew Valley. I always will love Stardew Valley. I definitely think the weakest point is the writing. The character writing, like, the stories, I feel like that's not Concerned Ape's strongest suit, at least not historically. It's good enough to be, like, passable for sure. But it's not, like, you know, it's not blowing me away in any capacity. So I'm very interested in seeing how the 1.7 update might change things and make things more engaging. Me who's played other farming games, this is leagues ahead. I mean, I probably also underestimate just how hard it is to, like, have good writing and good character development within the scope of a farming game like this, because there's a lot of other moving pieces that you're trying to juggle at the same time compared to Harvest Moon writing. Okay, but sure, I'll take your word for it because I haven't played a lot of the other Harvest Moon games, but compare Stardew Valley writing to Fields of Mystria writing. I feel like Fields of Mystria is actually a step above. Based on my memory of it and my admittedly limited experience with it, I feel like Fields of Mystria is up above. So there's definitely, like, room for improvement. Fields of Mystery is made by more than one person. I mean, so is Stardew Valley at this point. But most of the dialogue in Stardew Valley was still written by one person, so that's a fair enough point to make. But now in 1.7, I'm going to be curious. I'm curious whether Concerned Ape is going to be like letting other people on his team help out with the dialogue and stuff. I have no idea. We'll just have to wait and see. We'll just have to wait and see. Sell both of those. Have a good one there, Woolen Feet. Enjoy your meeting. I didn't see any other high-quality duck feathers, so I think we're just going to have to go with the regular quality duck feather here for Leo. I don't think I have any other, like, high-quality gifts that I could give him for his birthday here, so that's fine. A little duck feather for the parrot boy. I like that Argon missed all that interaction. I just accept that I miss a lot of things that happen in chat these days, because I'm usually talking on my own thing, and then chat's talking about many other things at once. I can't possibly keep up with all of it. Leave the hardwood for right now. I'm gonna get rid of it once I get all the stuff from the secret woods here. He said years ago that he still does all the creative work, so I don't know if anyone else in the team is helping with that. Wish he had more clarification on it. Yeah, like you said, he is like the creative director. I think that probably is the case. Like, I mean, nowadays I have no idea. We don't really know what the actual like work process behind the scenes for Stardew Valley's development looks like these days. I feel like Concerned Ape is, I mean, he said before he's a lot more like hands off because he also wants time to work on Haunted Chocolatier, obviously. He said he doesn't play any mods. He's answering a lot of questions at the concert last night. I can understand him not wanting to play mods. He probably doesn't want to get, like, influenced by any mods and, like, you know, give people... and because that would... I don't know. I mean, maybe it would be... maybe it'd be good to get some influence from mods, but he probably wants to keep his vision for the game his own. Which is fair enough. It is fair enough. I'm trying to think, like, how I would feel if I was in his shoes, but I'm not Concerned Ape, so... so my opinions on that don't really matter. Like, I feel like if I had, like, a community as, like, involved and in-depth in a modding scene as the Stardew Valley community is... Happy birthday, by the way, Leo. Happy birthday. I might be a little compelled to actually try out some of the mods and see some of the more popular community ideas to help guide the vision of the game a little bit. Not necessarily to, like, obviously take ideas wholesale from mods or anything like that. Unless they were, like, really good ideas and then you, like, work with the actual mod developers to incorporate them into the game, which is one thing. But it could be, I don't know. I feel like it could be a useful, like, creative inspiration or something at the very least, little inspo. You do think Concerned Ape watches Stardew Valley content? I have no confirmation that he's ever seen the Master Angler video. But I like to believe that he has at some point. I don't know. I don't think there's ever been any confirmation on that front, but I did tweet it out at him back when it, like, originally came out. But there was no response received. But I also tweeted out at him one time about the issue with the Son of Crimson Fish not showing up at the night market, and that was fixed in the next patch. So I like that. So I feel like I at least know he's seen my tweets. I feel like he's seen them. That's about all I can infer from that, though. It might also be completely unrelated. I don't know. Alright, I think we're good to sleep for the night, right? It was such a niche thing, too. It was a random little niche thing to get fixed. You can talk about all the problems in Stardew all day, but there's so much that's amazing. Oh, yeah, no. I mean, to say me talking about any, like, problems or perceived weaknesses that I have in Stardew Valley is definitely not to diminish all the amazing things in the game. I have over 3,000 hours. That's why I, like, that's why I zero in on the things that I feel like could be improved, because I love the game so much that I want to, that I just want it to be as good as it can possibly ever be. But then again, things I want in the game are not going to be necessarily things that everyone wants in the game anyway. You can't make a game that caters to everyone, or else you're making a game that caters to no one. Ooh, poi recipe from Leo, thank you. Here in summer year 1 with the gold clock. We started with one of everything, Tater Tot, which includes one of every farm building, and thankfully that does include the gold clock, yeah. One of the benefits of starting with one of everything. But we only get one of everything for the entire challenge, so that is the price we pay. How many hours do you estimate to have been AFK? Out of like the 3,000 plus that I've played? Honestly, not that many. I would say probably AFK hours in Stardew Valley for me. Maybe like a couple, maybe like 100. I don't know. I feel like I have, like usually, like I'm not AFKing anything. It's probably more than 100 now that I think about it. Maybe closer to like 200. Because sometimes I do like leave it open in the background when I'm like working on thumbnails and stuff. I wasn't like factoring that time into my initial assumption there. I was just thinking about like if I had to leave it AFK for any like challenge purposes or anything like that, which is rare on its own. Are we counting when you slept for 500 years? I mean, that's kind of the main time that I was counting. That's the main time I've ever AFK'd. But I don't know. I feel like 200 to 300 is probably an upper end estimate for the amount of time that I've spent like not actually playing the game. And the actual total time I've played the game, you know what? We're due for an hour check here. What is my play time on Stardew Valley? Let's play a little game of higher or lower, chat. Let's see how accurate you can be here. Let me pause real quick. I have the time pulled up. Take a guess. I've already told you that it's over 3,000, and that is accurate. What's your guess? 65? Higher? 3,500? Higher. 7.4? Higher. 3,672? Lower. 3,800? Lower. 3,693? Lower. 3,482? Higher. 3,456? Higher. 3,525? Higher. 3,550? Higher. 3,554? Higher. 3,551? Higher. 3,665? Lower. 3,580? Lower. You're zeroing in, y'all. You're zeroing in. 3,569? Lower. 3,558? Higher. You're so close. You're so close. 3,566? Lower. 3,562? Lower. Antonia. 3,559 is exactly correct. I think you were the first one to say it, unless I missed somebody there. 3,550, followed immediately by Alyssa Mathcraft. 3,559, 3,559 hours. So close to 3,565. You'll cross that very soon here. You didn't even realize you sent that? Well done. Alright, go do our forage run today. Do our cheeky little forage run. The forage run where we don't actually claim any forage, we just claim foraging experience. I wonder if I'll hit 4,000 hours before Stardew 1.7 comes out. We still have no exact time frame on when Stardew 1.7 is coming out. I think it's going to be sooner rather than later. But I don't know if I'm going to have enough time between like streams and other things to actually get up to 4,000 hours total. That's still quite a ways away. That's what? That's like, that would be like 440 more hours, roughly. 441 hours. That is not an insignificant amount of time. That's close to like 20 full days of playing Stardew Valley on its own. Alright, I think we can go ahead and warp home here. Pretty much just forage runs these days, right? Forage runs, check the weather report. I don't think I did yet. Not raining on Ginger Island. There is a festival tomorrow, the Dance of the Moonlight Jellies. Do I have a reason to go to the Dance of the Moonlight Jellies beyond it just being like a cute, fun festival? I feel like I don't. And I feel like that's not going to be enough of a reason to compel me to do it. Hello, Moon. Little man in the moon situation. Stardew 1.8? Man in the Moon becomes a marriage candidate? Stardew Valley 1.8 is the wacky update, where all the wackiest ideas from the community come to life? Imagine, though. Everyone becomes a marriage candidate. I've been in a like kind of game designer mentality lately because I've been doing so much work behind the scenes on this complex cooking mod, and I'd like for it to like work into the game as organically as possible. A lot of the things that I'm adding to the game, so I'm trying to like keep in mind like, well, how does Stardew Valley do such and such? How does it do these things? And like trying to make it feel like it fits in the game, and it's hard. Game design, as it turns out, is a hard thing to nail. Hello, Steve. And I'm not stressing out about it too much. I have no doubt that like when the mod actually does come out, it's not going to feel like, you know, one-to-one with Stardew Valley and all of its many moving parts. But I feel like it's going to be pretty good when all things are said and done. I've come up with some fun ideas for like alternative ways to get items. That has been one of the things that I've been harping on a lot for myself, is like finding interesting and unique ways to like get items beyond like just being able to buy them and stuff. Because obviously I'm very challenge runner, like I have a very challenge runner brain. And in a lot of the challenge runs that we've done, we have to like think outside the box and find those weird little niche ways to get certain items and to do certain things. So I want to like lean into that a little bit and be like, sure, you could buy these seeds or these ingredients or whatever from Pierre. And that's all well and good. If you're not doing a challenge run, that's probably the way to do it. You can buy them from whatever shop. You can do whatever like the more normal way to get them is. But there's also some like weird ways. Like maybe there's like a random like fish pond, or not entirely random, but like a fish pond you wouldn't think of that gives you that reward. Or maybe there's like some monster that drops it, or like it's a gift from one of the possible pets. Those sorts of things. I've been having so much fun figuring all that out, honestly. I got a mahogany seed here. That's from the stumps, though, so I'm not allowed to keep that. Sell all these eggs here. For instance, one of the ways this is one of the funnier ways that I've added something to the game. I added like an alternate way to get an item in the game in the mod pack. Is we have cream of tartar in the mod pack, right? Which is a very like niche little ingredient, and you're normally supposed to get it as like a byproduct of like producing wines. But I also had an idea for an interaction where you talk to Jody, on like a specific day at a specific time, kind of like Sandy where she gives you the milk, and she gives you cream of tartar because she tells you that Sam picked it up at the store thinking it was tartar sauce, and she loves like her baked fish and stuff, which tartar sauce goes with. So she's like, hey, do you want this? You can have it because I don't really need it. So I was like that seems like kind of a funny idea. Little things like that, just little like character interactions, I think are a lot of fun to work into it. Holy cow, are we going into fall already? You'd like to break Caroline and Pierre up? Pierre and Louis can elope together forever? That is not how I expected that you to follow that one up, Neon Jellyfish, but you know what? Go off. There's probably a mod for that out there. I know there's mods where you can like break Caroline and Pierre up. And like Robin and Demetrius. I have never played around with them. Don't really have an interest in it, but... Can you deconstruct food? What do you think about 1.8, the Homewrecker update? I think Concerned Ape is kind of like open to the idea a little bit. I think there's like a clip of him on like a podcast where he mentioned that like it would be kind of an interesting idea to be able to like break up Robin and Demetrius. And like he knew that like a lot of players were kind of like interested in that idea. It's like floating around in his brain. So it's not entirely impossible. I don't think I would be here for it personally. It feels kind of antithetical to the to like the fabric of how Stardew Valley works. To like the world of Stardew Valley, but it's his game. So if he wanted to do it that way, then I'm sure he could. He thought he was joking. I mean, the clip I saw, it didn't necessarily sound like he was joking, but granted, I didn't see like the full context of it, so that's also where he first admitted that he says "quee." Do you think he was just trolling? Do you think he was just trolling for the entire podcast? There's no way he actually says "quee," right? I think he's actually just rage baiting. You've heard him say "quee" more than once. I think I have to believe he just knows that so many people don't like it being called "quee," and he just leans into it. I don't know, maybe that is just like his original pronunciation of it. And now it's just been like memed to death. Heard him say it like 4+ years ago. Who knows? Maybe it is just the organic way that he says it. Maybe it was a typo all along. Maybe his name was supposed to be spelled Q-U-I, and he just forgot to put the U in after all this time. Wouldn't that be a plot twist? What if in 1.7 his name changes to add a U in the middle? I would riot, personally. I would not be okay with that change. Quee quests would make more sense. You would hate that. I would also still be saying... I'd be saying key at that point, because that's how the French word key is spelled, which means who. Q-U-I. So that's where my brain would default to with that one. You like key? Key is key. Can I also say, in talking about the like 10th anniversary video that Concerned Ape put out yesterday, I love how kind of like janky it was. Like it really felt like he just like sat down and like recorded like it was like Let's Play style. Like he didn't put like too much thought into it. He just wanted to like show off some like cool old builds and stuff. It really like it didn't feel like, you know, it was like a presentation from like a game developer in the traditional sense, like a where all these like Nintendo Directs and things that you're used to. It felt very human. It felt very human, which I thought was like super charming. Especially like the moment I keep going back to in my head is when he pulls out the page from the envelope showing the marriage or like he's gonna like reveal the marriage candidates right at the end, and you can see through the paper at the end. And he kind of like quickly lowers the page because I think he realizes that you can see through the paper, and then he starts laughing and he just opens it up. Like, that was such a human moment. He could have like re-recorded that if he wanted to, but no, he's just chill. He's just chill. He just kind of like rolls with the punches. It was so funny. Any birthdays today? I think Penny's birthday is tomorrow, right? Yeah, Penny's birthday tomorrow. Yeah, he could have edited it if he wanted to. There was like not really much editing going on. There were like black bars on the side of it. There was like some like audio desync at parts of the video. And I'm like, man, I respect that. I respect that to a certain point. Where he's just like... I mean, he's not like a video editor. He's a game designer. So he probably just like, you know, cobbled it together as best he could. But he like, you know, that's not where his like creative pursuits lie. The envelope did its job. It did. It made for a nice little hype moment. It was fun. No, yeah, like, it wasn't being careless at all. It's just how human he is. It was delightful. Never change, Concerned Ape. Never change. Alright. What's our weather report looking like? Still waiting on rain. Still waiting on some rain on Ginger Island for the gem birds. Emerald for Penny. Is there anything better we could do for Penny here? As far as like a quality gift or anything like that? Maybe like a gold quality melon if I have any more of those kicking around. I don't know that I do though. Liked it because it felt like it had as much polish as it needed to, yeah. Yeah, for something like that, like he didn't really need like a ton of polish. People were so excited to just celebrate the 10-year anniversary, see like the old updates, and learn about the future, the new marriage candidates and everything. Like, that excitement was more than enough for people. They didn't need any like high production value stuff going into it. So I'm glad. I'm glad he didn't like stress out about that, because just like the content of the video itself was more than enough. Maybe a nice rabbit's foot? You can't fool me, you goon. You can't fool me with that. Are you trying to make me ruin Penny's birthday? I don't even have a rabbit's foot to give if I wanted to. I do have an iridium quality golden egg. Are golden eggs universal loves? I don't think so, right? It's one of those things I don't really think about, because how often do you actually get to use golden eggs in a Stardew Valley playthrough? But I don't believe they are. Guess I can look it up real quick. Gold... Are they called golden eggs or just gold eggs? Golden egg. Golden egg is definitely not a universal love. It's not even loved by anybody, actually, which is kind of crazy to me. I feel like at the very least it should be loved by Alex. He's the egg guy. Or should I call him Josh? How many of you learned from that stream yesterday? Not that stream, but the video, the 10th anniversary video, that Alex used to be called Josh? I was surprised to see the number of people in chat that, like, didn't know that. I thought that was, like, one of the more, like, common Stardew, like, tidbits. Maybe not, though. Maybe I just take it for granted that I know those, like, little details just because I've lived and breathed Stardew Valley for so long at this point. Yeah, it's still called Josh's house in the game code. Even all this time later. Don't dead name him. The game dead names him. They call it Josh's house. Not in the game itself, though, just in the code. Which is understandable. It would probably be like annoying and not overly like useful to rewrite it to be Alex's house. Get it right. It's Josh house. My mistake. My mistake. It's not Josh's house. It's just Josh house. Maybe that's implying that the house itself is named Josh. It does make me kind of wonder if there are any other character names or characters that used to have like different names that we just don't know about. Because Josh is like the one that survived long enough to be seen in like the code and different development builds of the game. But maybe like in the concept phase for boom, and we can get rid of this mahogany seeds as well. Sandy. I mean, Sandy canonically has a different name. We don't know what her actual name is. But I'm talking more about like the actual like development of the game. Which, I mean, maybe Sandy fits into that category as well. I have no idea. Like, I gotta wonder. Like, do you think there's like a world out there? Do you think there's a timeline where Haley is called like Brittany? Or something like that? She could pull it off. She could pull off whatever name she wants, honestly. Like Slay Girl, honestly. Check Ginger Island. It shouldn't be raining today, but I should check the weather report. I'm not going to check Ginger Island. Obviously, we have to do more farming on Ginger Island. Oh, wait, I haven't given Penny her birthday present today. We know about Willy changing names? Do we? I mean, we probably do. I'm going to trust you on that one, but I'm trying to remember. What was Willy's original name? Are you suggesting her name could be Slay Girl? If she wanted it to be, I'll respect her choice. Are we shaking the trees for daily seeds? We are not. Maybe I should be, though. I don't think we need to, though. If we're sleeping enough days, I feel like the trees are going to spread their seeds, like, well enough. Also forgot about this. Special orders? We do need to complete some of these. We can just go ahead and skip that. We do need to complete some special orders for various crafting recipes. Let's see what's on the board here. I do want to maintain my focus on skills and masteries and whatnot. But we can at least have a look here. Prismatic Jelly. I mean, that one we can just turn in. Prismatic, also Curious Substance. Ectoplasm and Prismatic Jelly, we just have both of those. And we need to complete both of those. Is there one that's going to be better than the other? Prismatic Jelly gets you Monster Musk recipe? Or Mini Obelisk? I think one of these is Mini Obelisk and one of these is Monster Musk, right? But I don't remember which one is which. Wonder 100% serious. Willy's name in development was Dick. Gotta change it to Richard at least, and then like his friends call him Dick. Greedy Wizard. We do need to do both of these. I don't think there's a huge preference for one over the other. Ectoplasm's Obelisk, that's what I thought, yeah. We do only have one Mini Obelisk, so if we get the ability to craft a second Mini Obelisk, then we could actually maybe use the Mini Obelisks. But crafting a Mini Obelisk on its own is going to be a bit of a hassle. Let's go with... I don't know why I'm agonizing over this choice so much. Let's just go with the Ectoplasm here. Let's just roll with it. Penny should be over in the library here as well. Saw Jas coming over here, so I assume Penny is already here, yeah. Happy birthday, Penny. She's so good. I'm not used to such kindness. I love it. It's perfect. Thank you so much. She's so sweet, man. She's so sweet. Oh, I love Penny. Penny, wait, aren't you supposed to be tutoring Vincent and Jas? I was just gassing you up, girl. I was gonna say, like, oh my gosh, she's so generous, sacrificing time on her birthday to help Vincent and Jas. Now she's just hanging out here, and she's about to Don't ruin it, Penny. Penny, no! Don't do it! Penny, don't do it. No! Why? Of course, as I'm talking about how nice Penny is, it's like the hard event where she's committing an unambiguous faux pas here. I saw everything. You're watching us. You should have asked instead of assuming George wanted help. I know you, like, lose friendship on that one, but, like, come on now. Come on, Penny. SMH. I get her heart was in the right place or whatever, but, like, yeah. Feel for both of them. Penny's so sweet, immediately shoves a disabled man. I mean, when you phrase it like that, it sounds pretty bad. Must be difficult to grow old. Yeah, I'd rather die young. I don't know if I've ever picked this one. I'm curious what her reaction would be. Just a different part of life, though. Concerned 8, fix it! Alright. We are a mortal being. This farmer outfit is so fire. I'm glad you like the outfit. I feel like we picked another good outfit today, for sure. Oh my gosh, Haley, how are you? Or should I call you Tiffany? Something smells earthy? Oh, right, you work on a farm. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, the way she so subtly insults me. Girl. I have a double wide bed back at home if you want to, like, come over. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Alright, anything else I need to do today? Oh, I can give the ectoplasm to the wizard. I might as well finish it up. Earthy is nice? Depends on who you ask. Sue's hitting with the all caps full name. That's how I know I'm doing my job right. Ectoplasm. Should be right there. Beautiful. Ectoplasm has been found. It's not going to be... Yeah, it's just deliver the ectoplasm to the wizard. It's not like you have to find it from a ghost first. Will ectoplasm work, or will it be like Robin's axe? I feel like this one's going to work, because the quest just says to deliver ectoplasm. You don't lose or gain any friendship in the second set of dialogue choices in that Penny event? I think I knew that, yeah. So even if you say you want to, like, die young, she's just like, okay. I mean, you do you. Miss Argon Matrix right in front of my dinner, too. You just plug your dinner's ears. You have nothing important to tell me, leave me be. I got ectoplasm for you. It's brimming with beautiful souls. Alright, I can take that money. The one-time reward for the quest. Very, very nice. And now we should be good for the day. Right in front of my salad. My poor, innocent salad. I mean, Haley and I are about to toss some salad, if you know what I mean. I'm gonna stop. Is that even a euphemism? I think I've heard that one before. Weather report. She's gotten raunchier. It's still well within the realms of PG-13. Don't go out here trying to vilify me. The heck is even going on here? I don't know. You know, thanks for the mini obelisk recipe, brother. Don't need the Nautilus shell here. Thank you, Demetrius. Are we getting, like, all these gifts? Amaranth for Marnie. Eventually we will do that. Omni-Geo. We haven't really gotten, like, any Omni-Geodes recently, I'm realizing. I should be putting any ones that I do get into the Geode Crusher for sure. What a time to come in. What can I say? Haley starts I talked to Haley one time. I'm not even romancing her in this playthrough, but, you know, my heart belongs to her regardless. BRB downloading, like, a polycule mod. I've got some new ideas to sleep on. That's a fishing level, I'm pretty sure. Fishing level from the fish pond is kind of wild. Hopefully we'll have enough bait pretty soon here to be able to actually finish up our fishing skill. That is level 9 fishing there. Very nice. Girl, you're not thinking with your heart? The heart wants what the heart wants. Look at all the iridium quality stuff we're getting here all of a sudden. I've been shipping a lot of this iridium quality stuff, but now that we're consistently getting it, like, yeah, I don't have room for, like, any of this in here right now. I think we probably want to... Let me do something here. Let me just, like, shuffle the items around. Take off the iridium band so I don't accidentally magnetize anything to me. Put those on the ground for right now. And we can start taking some of this, like, old stuff out of here. And we can, like, ship some of it. Like, honestly, I think all these void eggs I can probably ship. The basic goat milk I can start shipping. Do a little clean out of our auto grabber here. Fishing level from a fish pond is nothing new for you, Miss Master Angler. It's true, but when you only have one fish pond, you don't really expect it. Because that's a very limited amount of fishing experience you can get per day from a single fish pond. Put a mini shipping bin by the barn. I was thinking about that, actually. But we should only really need to make, like, one more trip here. So probably not super relevant just right now. I may need to do more clearing out in the future here. Although I guess I need to come back again to actually put away the put away the stuff I threw on the ground there. That's okay, we're in no huge rush here regardless. Sell all those goodies. Pop that back on now, might as well. Alright, and now I can start putting all this stuff into the auto grabber here. Boom, 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 boom. We can keep the truffles over in the chest here. I threw it on the ground. I don't need your handouts. I'm an adult. You can't buy me, hot dog man. You could probably buy me with a hot dog, at least a little bit. Depends on, like, what you want me to do. But I feel like I could be bribed with a hot dog, presuming it's, like, a good enough hot dog. Y'all ever do a hot dog in the, in, like, an air fryer? I mean, I use the air fryer for so much these days. I gotta move some of these mahogany seeds into more appropriate positions here. I don't want to do this. I kind of want to chop this tree so that this one has room to grow in here. I might actually do that. Start, like, resetting, like, a different grid pattern here. Like that, and then these other two mahogany trees I can go ahead and chop down and actually keep the hardwood from them. Good thing I had the presence of mind to get rid of the other hardwood before chopping those down. Okay, so I can actually keep this 18 hardwood. Very nice. Boom, boom, and boom. Let's go ahead and warp and put this hardwood away. Is this my first hardwood? I have 10 hardwood in here. Where did that come from? Oh, that's probably from our wood skip pond. I was gonna say. I was like, maybe that's illegal hardwood. I don't think it is. I think it's actually from our wood skip pond. So I think we can keep that one because we do have that source of hardwood. I think that's the only place we would have gotten hardwood. Hot dogs done in the oven with onion sauce. Ooh, that actually does sound very good. What's my horse's name? I don't have a horse, actually. I ride around on a panda. A panda called Panda. A lot of people mistake my panda for a horse. I don't really know why. It's very clearly a panda. But I'm happy to clarify. People still buy toaster ovens in the era of air fryers. I don't think I've ever seen a toaster oven. In real life, I don't think I have ever encountered a toaster oven. Probably the closest I've ever encountered is like an easy bake oven from when I was a kid. Calcite is unfortunately not relevant to anything here. I'm sure there's some use cases for a toaster oven over like an air fryer. You vastly prefer a toaster oven to air fryers? Interesting. I mean, I'm just so used to using an air fryer at this point. Maybe I'd prefer a toaster oven if I ever tried it out. I have no idea. Like I said, I've never interfaced with one, so I can't officially say one way or the other. Level 9 fishing achieved. And level 8 foraging. Ooh, 2 levels on the same day. Tent kits are unlocked there. Very nice indeed. A lot of money from cleaning out that auto grabber as well. Making pretty good strides here. Alright. No birthday today. We got Elliot's birthday tomorrow. Toaster oven is just a small tabletop oven, and I love it. I mean, that's kind of the way I see air fryers as well. It's just like basically like a countertop oven. Most things that you can do in an oven, you can also do in an air fryer pretty efficiently. And it's usually quicker. Because it's just like a smaller space to have to heat up. There are some things you still have to do in the oven because the air fryer is just like too small for them. But how many Prizzies do I have? We're sitting on a casual 33 prismatic shards right now. No big deal, you know. I'm just living my best life out here with my statue of true perfection. Getting constant prismatic shards. Should have been 32. It was 32 yesterday. Hello, parakeet. Wonder how close we are to a new farming level just based off of, like, petting animals here. What farming level are we anyway? I think we're level 8 farming, I want to say. Level 8 farming. Level 8 is our minimum level in everything now as of yesterday. Our foraging level is officially no longer our lowest level. It's tied for farming with our lowest levels. That feels so weird to have farming be your lowest level. Even if it's only a tie for lowest level, it still feels strange to have it that low. Normally farming goes like so quickly. Okay. And granted, I could have farming going quickly as well. Oh, I suppose I want to put these away in the auto grabber here. Farming could go quickly as well if I was like focusing primarily on farming on Ginger Island and stuff, but we'll do that as its own little side quest here in a little bit. Farming, I feel like farming is actually going to be our last skill that we get to level 10, weirdly enough. Because I'm probably going to finish up my foraging grind and then like focus on my fishing grind. And then, well, I don't know if I'm going to finish my foraging grind. We still have like 2 full levels to go for foraging. That could take a while. So we're probably not going to finish that outright. Alma mushrooms can go in there for right now. We're not going to finish our foraging outright here, but we got a good chunk of it done. I should check and see how much bait I have as well. We might want to switch it up and go fishing for a little bit. Oh, I already hit that up. Oops. A train is passing through Stardew Valley. Wait. Excitement for the leprechaun shoes, followed by immediate disappointment in realizing that you can't get the leprechaun shoes. I mean, I could, but I would have to throw them away. Your limited experience with toaster ovens. Can I get my horse through here? There we go. Sorry, my panda. My limited experience with toaster ovens is that they work a bit more like a broiler with a strong element above the food. That's, like, I know what a toaster oven looks like, and that's kind of, yeah, my interpretation of it as well. It feels more akin to a broiler than, like, an oven. But then again, I'm sure it works effectively the same way. I mean, my oven has a broiler, so they're not necessarily two distinct things. Actually, you know what? I think I take it back. I think I have seen a toaster oven out in the wild before. I think toaster ovens, my only real interaction with toaster ovens in the past has been at a hotel. Sometimes when you have when you're at a hotel and they have like a continental breakfast, they'll have like a toaster oven that you can use to like cook pancakes and stuff. You can get a little like platter of pancake batter, you can slide it into the toaster oven, it slides through and it cooks it up. I've seen toaster ovens in that capacity before. Those might be more like specialized toaster ovens, but I think they still count as a toaster oven. What you doing, Eleanor? Thinking about someone special. I don't understand that yet. Maybe when I become an elder someday. Poor kid. Eleanor? Tell me about the place you come from, your home. I live on a farm. He's not gonna have any idea what that means. Saying you're growing your own walnuts? You don't have to hunt for them? He does know what a farm is. Wow. That's right, all the walnuts you could ever want. I'm thinking Eleanor is smart. I mean, you're making me blush out here. Oh my gosh. Are there other kids? Yeah. What does that matter to a bird? That just sounds like such a cold response to that. I know I'm not actually a bird, Eleanor. I'm like you. But I don't like thinking about it. Because I'm so alone. Oh. With my bird family, I feel like I belong. But I don't belong. Wait, I think this is one of the new songs on the playlist, and it also like feels weirdly fitting for this moment in the heart event here. It's kind of sad. I don't belong anywhere. Leo, no! We gotta get him to move to the valley, toot sweet. Poor lad. Where's this song from? The song is pretty. This is the title screen music from a Flash game called Fish Tales. Don't ask me how I find my songs. I have my methods. I wonder if there's some way to help. Ooh, very colorful field here. We gotta do some proper farming here in the near future. This is a really nice song, though. This is a very nice song. Do a little fruit tree gathering here. Can I be so for real? I am very surprised that even all these updates later, fruit trees don't yield any kind of experience. I could see it going either foraging or farming experience, but the fact that they give neither is kind of mind-boggling. It's honestly like pretty good for challenge runs where you're concerned about like experience, but you think that would be OP? I don't think it would be necessarily that OP. It's like a once per day thing in the right season, unless you're doing it in your greenhouse or Ginger Island. But by the time you're at the greenhouse or Ginger Island stage of your farm, you generally already have pretty high levels. During the night, goat gave birth to a baby goat. Oh my gosh, we got a new goat. I forgot that was honestly even a thing that could happen. Wait. Zosa? No, that's not Zosa. That is a new baby goat. Goat 2. I think this is going to be sheep. Because that won't get confusing at all. Kid? Kid would have been funny, actually. Kid would have been pretty good. It's Elliot's birthday, hence the lobster. I think we might have a duck feather, a high quality duck feather that we can give to him instead, though. Just for more friendship. Hold on, I kind of want to rename my goat Kid. Rename my baby goat, instead of sheep, I'm going to call it Kid, because Kid is such a good one. Kid is such a good name. Alright, lobster. I actually don't know what I would want to do with the lobster if I'm not giving it to Elliot. I guess I'll just keep it in here for right now, next to my sardines. Lobster will eventually be useful for cooking. For lobster bisque, so. Thanks for the stone, Dad, but we don't take handouts around here. Money, maybe? Although, you know, it is a one-time reward. 30 stone? No, I can't keep the stone. I can't keep this. That doesn't feel right. Yeah, you know what? I'll get my own stone. It's fine. I'll get my own stone. Stone from Dad, not from George. Yep. For whatever reason, once you reach 120,000 total earnings, I think your mom sends you, like, more money. Your dad sends... Or does he... Your mom might send you, like cake or something. And your dad sends you 30 stone. He's like, hey, I found this stone in our attic. Do you want it? He just sends this... It's such a weird gift. It's like, yeah, stone is useful, but, like... But really? This is how you're gonna commemorate me getting all that money? Need 30 rocks? My own dad's telling me to kick rocks. Go, where is your child? I need to rename the child. Sheep? Nah, chat had a better idea here. That's Kid. Kid the goat. Wow, an avocado! Thanks. Now let me grab the high quality duck feather out of here. Silver quality duck feather, better than nothing. Better than the lobster. Better than a swift kick in the pants. Usually skipping dialogue by that point in the game. Honestly fair. You're so real for that one. Another mossy seed, huh? I didn't even clock, honestly, that this became like a wild tree here. I think I'm going to go ahead and chop down this wild tree. Because it's kind of encroaching upon the place where I would want, like, maple trees to be. We can keep all this stuff except for the hardwood. Go ahead and try get another fiddlehead tree here. Not that we need, like, a ton of fiddlehead ferns, but of the wild trees possible, the fiddlehead tree is, like, the most relevant to our cause here. Alright, let me go and... Have I pet you yet? You're awfully far away from home, Pangolin. You know what? The trees in Cindersap Forest are, like, pretty fully grown here as well. We might be due to get even more foraging experience today by doing a deforesting run. You forgot about Pangolin? Great name. I love Pangolin. I don't play favorites when it comes to farm animals, but if I did, Pangolin would be my favorite. Because it's just such a good name. Back from your pancake grind with a plate full of pancakes and strawberry jam? I'm so jealous, Pratiyama. I'm so jealous. I want pancakes in my life, like yesterday. I haven't made pancakes in so long. I might be due to make some pancakes here in the near future. Okay, I can go ahead and store those. Those are from my tree that I just chopped down earlier. Elliot, when does Elliot come out? Come out of his house. Also, I don't think I checked the weather for Ginger Island yesterday, so let me check and see if it's raining here. It is not. Like, when am I going to be able to catch Elliot on his birthday here? When he's ready? 1.7, hopefully. +2. Not as good as the horse named Duck, obviously. Obviously not. Alright, I keep the duck feather for right now. We'll give it to Elliot in the near future here. For right now, let's go ahead and get some... Let's get a big old foraging grind on through Cindersap Forest here. Should have a good swath of trees to take care of. You're in cozy heaven. You need to learn to make your own strawberry jam. Ooh. I mean, homemade stuff does always taste better. It always tastes better to the person who makes it at the very least. It can be hit or miss depending on what it is to like other people that you share it with. I know that from experience. Anything that I make myself, I always feel like it tastes like 10 times better than something at the grocery store. If someone gives me something homemade, usually it tastes better than something I could get, but not always. It's not always going to taste better. It does feel better to eat homemade things, though, as well, yeah. Even if it's not, like, necessarily strictly, like, healthier. In fact, a lot of the times, I mean, maybe it is. I don't know. It depends on what you're talking about. There's so many different things you can make homemade. So it's hard to really have one blanket statement that says, like, it's always going to be healthier or unhealthy or whatever. Homemade cake is so much better. Yes, cake is one of those things that if you have, like, the time and energy and determination and need a cake, you should try and make it yourself. Rather than a store-bought cake. Store-bought cake is, like, okay in a pinch. I mean, depending on where you get it from, especially. Grocery store cake is okay in a pinch, and then, like, you know, there's obviously actual bakeries that specialize in cakes that are going to be more expensive, but you're going to get a higher quality product. But overall, I'd usually rather make my own cake, for sure. You know what they say? It's a piece of cake to bake a pretty cake. Not all the trees are grown in yet here. It's okay. Still get what we can. Your grandma made her own jam, so it was obviously the best jam to ever jam. Also have a go-to recipe for specific homemade cookies that you bring to every get-together with your friends. Been a hit so far. Ooh. I will fully admit I don't home make a lot of stuff. I feel like I kind of want to get into baking a little bit. Just make some, like, basic homemade baked goods, like cookies and things like that. I think that would be fun. A lot of times around the holidays, I do... The only recipe that I have, like, on standby that I home bake relatively... Not relatively frequently, but, like, once a year kind of thing around the holidays. Even though it's not specifically a holiday dish, but it's kind of become tradition for me or someone in my family to make it around the holidays, are the Mountain Dew apple dumplings. Which is way better than it sounds, I promise. It doesn't actually taste like Mountain Dew. It just uses Mountain Dew in the recipe. But it does not taste like Mountain Dew. And they're very good. They're very good. Wait, prize ticket, though. Prize tickets, I don't think I'm allowed to... Hold on. First, let me get rid of all the stuff that I'm obviously not allowed to keep here. Should I be allowed to keep this prize ticket? I have spoken about the Mountain Dew apple dumplings before, yeah. It's a good recipe, I promise you. I mean, would I actually use the prize tickets for anything here? It is... I mean, some of the prize tickets are a one-time reward. I think we're just going to say no to the prize tickets. They're not going to be required regardless, so... Did Elliot go out of his house yet? Dude hanging out down at the beach? Maybe he is on Ginger Island? There's a chance. He is on Ginger Island. Ooh, okay, I might still be able to catch him if I head out real quick then. It's a boys' day out at the beach. Well, not boy. No, there's Emily and Abigail here too. It's just a friend's day out at the beach. There you go. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you, Elliot. Must admit, this beach blows my own humble strand out of the water. Emily is like going. She's living it up over here. Wait, this is cute. Emily is lost in the music. I never realized this, that Sam, like, plays music and Emily dances along to it on Ginger Island. Maybe I should learn to play the ukulele. Wait, that's a cute little interaction there. I don't know if I've ever seen that. Wasn't there someone else here on the beach? I thought like I saw like Alex or somebody out here. That is a cute touch. I feel like you never really see like Sam and Emily interact in any other capacity. Even though they're neighbors. So you'd think that they would interact like quite a bit more. Alright, anything else to do for today? I did my like foraging run. Did the birthday. I think we're good. I think we're good. How's our weather looking tomorrow? Still no rain on Ginger Island. I mean, I know it rains less frequently on Ginger Island, but come on, throw me a bone here. Give me something, please. Thank you. All right, you just got to complain a little bit. Just complain a wee bit, and the game will acquiesce to your demands. I've learned that many a time from my time playing Stardew Valley here. Pop that in there, get our coffee maker going. We're making so much coffee just ambiently as we're going through the days here. It's gonna be very nice once we actually need some proper speed buffs in the future. I mean, I guess I could start using speed buffs now, because I am running around like a decent amount. Save me a little bit of time. Thanks for the 1 wood, by the way, to my wood skip fish pond. Thank you, thank you. And you know what? I think I'm going to cook up some triple shot here. We have a good amount of coffee in there. 10 triple shot. I might still have some extra left over from Skull Cavern as well. Just 1 left over. 1's better than none. Love baking, but it's difficult during the summer. Too hot/humid. Yeah, I would imagine so. We got some new ideas to sleep on. That's farming level 9, y'all. That is farming level 9 officially. Ooh. Which I think actually unlocks iridium sprinklers, right? Did I not pick this stuff up yesterday? I guess I must not have. It would not be this full. Iridium sprinklers will speed things along quite nicely when we're actually grinding out farming level 10. Yeah, baking in the summer has got to be, like, just awful. Depending on, like, where you are in the summer. But for the most part, I imagine it's going to be not a pleasant experience, just given, like, how hot it's going to be. Around here, for instance, I know I would just be sweltering. We have very extreme temperatures around here a lot of the time, like during the summer and during the winter. So it is a very you gotta be careful about when you're turning on the oven, that's for sure. I had to bake a lot in Nigeria, or you used to bake a lot in Nigeria, but you had to stop. Just the heat was becoming too much. That's brutal. Okay, we can reorganize these a little bit. Honestly, I experienced most of my baking just through, like, baking shows and stuff that my mom's always watching. I am into baking shows largely by virtue of the fact that my mom watches so many. She is very much an enjoyer of, like, you know, the Great British Bake Off and all sorts of stuff like that. There's so many different baking shows, I couldn't possibly even hazard a guess at all their different names. The Holiday Baking Championships are, like, some of her favorites. I watch those. It's always very interesting to see, like, what they're able to come up with. Argon, you're my baking show? Why, thank you. I will take that as a compliment. These baking shows are usually so cozy and wholesome and just nice to, like, snuggle up by the fire to and watch, and maybe not snuggle up by the fire during summer, but we're not in summer yet. We're still in February here. Let's be real. Also, Chopped is excellent. I don't know if I've ever seen Chopped, actually. I know it's one of the more popular ones, but I feel like I haven't actually seen it. It's raining tomorrow on Ginger Island. Hit that up then. Do you guys watch Sewing Bee or Pottery Throwdown? I think my mom has watched both of those. She's a very crafty individual. She loves her arts and crafts and baking and all that, and all those good, like, wholesome hobbies. I definitely think I've seen her watching those. Lately, the one that she's been into has been, I don't know if this is what it's actually called. I think it's called Portrait Artist of the Year, where they have like a bunch of different portrait artists who are competing for the chance to like do a special commission or something like that. Sprinklers are big, yeah. Especially because we actually have all the required ingredients to actually make iridium sprinklers. We have good access to iridium bars, gold bars, and a decent amount of battery packs as well. You know that one? You like landscape artists too? Ooh, I don't know if my mom knows about landscape artists. I might have to tell her about that one once she goes through all the seasons of portrait artists. She has been binging the heck out of those while she's been on like dialysis. She just has like lots of different shows she likes to watch like that. Like the glass blowing one. I've seen the glass blowing one, I think at my grandma's house when I was on a road trip last summer. I think we were watching the glass blowing one, and I mean, pun somewhat intended, I was blown away by the glass blowing prowess on display. The amount of things that you can do with molten glass, it turns out, is kind of staggering. Hello, duck. And by duck, I mean bee. Wait, why is a duck named Bee so funny? Why is that so funny? Why are we throwing away the fish roe? I could be selling it, but it's like so little money overall that it's not even like worth it. Unless I'm like selling like a whole bunch of other things, which I'm usually not. It's not even worth like the time to put it in the shipping bin and see like the end of day profits thing. Speaking of money, actually, we have so much money at this point. I feel like I'm just going to go ahead and bite the bullet and buy the star drop from Krobus. I don't believe I've done that yet, so I feel like I should probably just go and take care of that. We're going to need all the star drops eventually anyway. Little Miss Random, thank you for the 279 super chat, by the way. Have you ever watched Bee and Puppy Cat? I don't think I have. It sounds like a very British show. Can I say that? Assuming it's the name of a show, it sounds very British. Bee and Puppy Cat. I can't say that I've ever heard about it, or seen it. It's a YouTube show. Interesting. And to ask you this a while ago when you mentioned you and Momtrix were watching Criminal Minds. Have you two seen The Closer? I have not seen The Closer. Is that also a show? Or is it like a movie? We're still working our way through Criminal Minds. I think we just watched like the 200th episode of Criminal Minds. At least I assume it's the 200th episode because the name of the episode was 200. It's a cartoon. I assume Bee and Puppy Cat is a cartoon. It's so good, The Closer. It's a TV show. I think you two would really dig it. I will put it on the list. We still have a long way to go before we're actually done with Criminal Minds, but if we ever want to take like a break from Criminal Minds, could be a good thing to look into for sure. Alright, hardwood, don't need it. Pop away the truffles here, and like I said, let's go buy that star drop from Krobus. Chat, can I be vulnerable with you for a second? This is going to be embarrassing. Every time or at least not every time, but a lot of the times when I say Krobus's name, I want to call him, chat, don't judge me. I want to call him Krobusy, but not in like in a nefarious way. It's like in like how you like add a little thing onto the end of a name to make it kind of like cutesy sounding, but it doesn't work with Krobus because then it sounds bad. It sounds like I know how it sounds, so I can't say it, even though I'm not intending it in that way. I'm not intending it in that way and that's why I refrain from saying it every time. But in my brain, I always want to call him like my little Krobusy. but I can't because it sounds so bad. And see, this is exactly why I didn't do it, because I knew I would get hit with a deluge of dots. He's Crobaby, Krobussin. Krobus-chan, exactly. Thank you to B-Boss for saving me here. Quick, get a wall of bees in chat. Get a wall of bees and we'll all forget about the Krobusy. I'm gonna buy the star drop as well. Bum. Gonna swarm in my ears with all of the bees. Forget everything that I ever have said. And I'm gonna sing along to this fun tune while I eat a star drop and think of sustainability. It is so much fun. And I warp home and go to bed, honk, shoot. I don't know what these lyrics are. I need someone to explain Krobusy. I don't think you do. I don't think you do. I think if you don't understand, you're probably better off. You're probably just better off as on the whole. Sustainability. And between listening to this song and like the 1.7 presentation / like 10-year anniversary presentation yesterday, really making me want to it's really making me amped up for Haunt the Chocolatier. It's like what Sal calls Clint. If you know, you know. Wait, what's Sal's nickname for Clint? I don't think I know this lore about Salmons. What does Sal call Clint? That's not PG-13? I need to know now. What the heck? Why isn't my hopper working? There we go. Oh. Okay. I understand now. I understand. I'm not going to repeat it, but I see. That's not quite it. It's not? Your brain was somewhere else? I got it? Okay. So the first one I saw was correct? I think Daigle calls him that. It's not remove the end. He ends it with Oris. Clint Oris. If I space it out far enough, then maybe it won't be that bad. Claude Krobusy is a famous Shadowfolk composer, his most famous piece being Ombre de Lune. True lore. True lore. You know, hearing that name for Clint, hearing Sal's name for Clint, it makes me think of a. I've always thought that there's potential for a lewd parody of like All-Star by Smash Mouth, but the only lyric that comes to mind for it is I'm gonna chat. We're gonna go non-PG-13 for a second, just for a second, because I need to get this out of my brain. Okay. There's that lyric that goes, "All that glitters is gold," and for some reason, I don't know when this got into my brain. Every time I hear that lyric, I hear all that clitoris gold. And I just can't stop. I needed someone else to know about that, and I'm sorry that it had to be you, okay? I'm sorry that it had to be you. Hashtag ban Argon. We're getting a little saucy in the stream today. It's okay. It's okay. I hope next time I won't hear that. I have cursed you with forbidden knowledge. Whether you like it or not, it's in your brain now. That's in your head forever now. It works so well. It works like there's the syllables and like the rhyming of it. It works so it's so surprisingly well. It really does. I hate that it works that well. Not enough room to summon horse? Good thing I have a panda, not a horse. Playing Stardew while I listen to the VOD and just trap yourself behind stone fences without your pickaxe? You played this game for 500 hours? I think you can break a fence with just your hand. That is still like a rip moment, though. I think if you just like smash it enough with your hand, it'll fall apart. You'll only sing those lyrics henceforth. I don't have any other inclination of like where the rest of the song would go. I haven't gone that deep into it. It's just that's that one lyric for some reason. It's one of those things that you like think of in the shower, and it's and it doesn't leave your brain. Or just pass out. Is it an established thing that female body parts are treated as more inappropriate than male? There's AFAB. A female at birth and a male at birth. Do I have those acronyms correct? Those are some of the new acronyms I'm learning as I'm going into trans research. Assigned female at birth and assigned male at birth. Okay. Is it an established thing that assigned female at birth body parts are treated as more inappropriate than assigned male at birth body parts? Because it kind of feels that way. I think there is kind of an implicit nature to that. Like, that is it definitely feels like, you know, talking about, like, talking about male at birth body parts. We all know the body parts we're talking about. Is more normalized and more, like... more like accepted than female ones, and it does like rub me the wrong way. Even like it doesn't seem like there should be a stigma there, but there's always, I mean, for all of human history basically there's been a stigma against women. So I shouldn't laugh. I'm laughing to take away the pain. I'm laughing to try. I mean, it's hopefully starting to trend in the opposite direction, where it's becoming more equalized to talk about female things as much as male things. Literally, all we have to point out is that women can't be topless in public in most places. Yeah, there is that. There is that. I gotta go find this. Please don't be a gem bird to the north again. I'm gonna not even check north, because I'm gonna just have faith that it's not gonna be in the north. Ooh, it's not in the north. Let's freaking go. Amethyst. Now, I can't use this amethyst. That's an illegal amethyst right there. But I can go and claim one of the amethysts that I replicated. One of the 14 amethysts that I have. Put it onto the gem bird puzzle here. And from here, we could probably brute force it. I don't know if I necessarily need to right now. We're not in any huge rush to get all these golden walnuts or anything like that. Those parts are definitely pearls, not gold. Okay, +2. as a throwback to what we were just talking about, that's definitely a +2. Woolen feet with the closer. Alright, alright. You're in bed now? Ooh, wait. I kind of want to climb into bed, too. I didn't sleep super well last night. I woke up today feeling like a little groggy. Granted, I did do a more intensive workout than... was that an amethyst I brought from my own farm? It was, yes. I made sure of it, Miss Palindrome. Don't worry. I made sure to immediately throw out the amethyst I got from the gem bird and took my own there. You don't got to worry about that. Okay, we should be good here. Is it raining again tomorrow on Ginger Island? Any chance? It is, actually. Oh, wait, no. Well, it's raining in the valley, but it's also raining on Ginger Island. That's just a little premature about my excitement there. Any birthdays? Still a couple days until Jody's birthday. Okay. What was I saying? I did a bit more of an intensive workout last night than I have recently, because I've started to get more in the habit of actually doing workouts, which is obviously good. And I'm to the point in that habit where, like, the workouts that I was doing are starting to feel like too light for me. So I've started to, like, ramp it up a little bit. The only workout I'm doing is just the, like, daily workout for on Fitness Boxing 2, Rhythm and Exercise. But it's a heck of a workout. It is I'm bobbing back and forth, bobbing and weaving. I'm throwing punches. I'm ducking down. I'm doing weaves and everything. You do the proper stretching. Like, it is a thorough workout, I feel like, at least compared to what I'm normally used to, which is nothing. So I've fallen in and out of doing workouts like plenty of times over my life. I'd like to think that I'm going to be sticking with it a little bit better from here on out. I feel like I'm starting to build, like, I don't know, 2026 has been a good year for me so far in building, like, new habits and trying to, like, take care of myself better, both mentally and physically. Obviously, mentally, the big one has been coming out as trans and trying to be more true to, like, the self that I want to be. But physically is also a very important aspect of things. My physicality, like, my physical health has long been a part of myself. I warped too early, by the way. I'm supposed to put these away in the auto grabber. It's long been a part of me that I've neglected. But whether I like it or not, my physical body is intrinsically tied to my mental health as well, which is the thing that I'm more concerned about. So it's you got to take care of both, whether you like it or not, if you want to have, like, a well-rounded self, I suppose. How'd you get the gold clock in year 1? We start the challenge with one of every single item in every single building, which includes the magical buildings like the gold clock. So we started with one for free. Basically, I cheated it in so it would be here on the first day, and that's the crux of the challenge, is we get one of everything. Which, I mean, the gold clock is not a challenging aspect, it's just nice to have it, but the challenge comes from, like, everything else. I do so wish I didn't have that, like, you know, physical health wasn't as intrinsically linked to your mental health and everything as it is. It's just the way that physiology and everything works. But, you know, if I could become, like, a floating brain and just have to worry about my mental health and nothing else, never have to eat, never have to... Well, you probably still have to, like, sleep and stuff. I mean, you still have to get the nutrients for the brain. That's the problem. You can't divorce them from each other, even if you are just a floating brain. Sweet Misery, thank you for the 23 months, closing in on 2 years of support at the Neutron level. Thank you very much. I appreciate your generosity and your support. You're the best. Brains are electric bacon. It's true. Just turn me into, like, a freaking Boltzmann brain already. What's a Boltzmann brain? Hold on, is the gem bird down here? We're missing 2 gem birds, the south one and the east one. We check the south and we check the east, and if it's neither of those, then we don't need to check. Doesn't seem to be either. Is the gem bird on the east, is it... I never remember specifically where it is. Holy cow, look at all the slimes coming in. Wait! Sweet Misery, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships as well. Insane amounts of generosity. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you for the gifted membership to Rainy Ray Ray. Thank you for the membership to A Tendency to Whisper, to Not the CIA 935, to N Jane 1142, and to Vixel Cookie. Greatly appreciate the generosity and support. If you got gifted a membership, then please use your first Argon-based emoji. Thanks, sweet misery. That is such a delightful amount of generosity. Love your streams. Makes me want to play now. Thank you very much for the kind words there, Renjiko. I encourage you to play if you have the opportunity and the time. Stardew Valley is a wonderful game. It's never too late to come back to it if you've been on a Stardew break. Or if you've already played it recently. It's never a bad time for a little Stardew Valley. Nice blue slime. Got some good colors of slimes there. Yoink. Yoink. I don't have enough room for the peaches! Alright, pop those away in there. How many fiddlehead fern trees do we need compared to regular green rain trees? It is a good question. We honestly don't need that many fiddlehead fern trees, because I can look at the required items spreadsheet. Exclamation point required, if you're curious about how many of any item that we need for perfection here. Let me see. Fiddlehead fern. I literally only need 3 fiddlehead ferns. So... So I'm probably okay on the fiddlehead fern trees where they're at right now. I could probably just go in on like the regular green rain trees because they'll be better served as sources of wood. I could definitely brute force the rest of the gem puzzle, but I don't feel the need to right now. Because like I said, we're not really going crazy for golden walnuts here. That said, you know what? You know what I haven't been thinking about? I know it's Tuesday. And you get your new Chi quests on Monday, but we haven't been checking the Chi quests, and we do need Chi gems. So even if we just get a chance to like play Junimo Kart and get some Chi gems, any opportunity we have to get some Chi gems is appreciated. So let's go check that out real quick. What's the point of the farm challenge? We are trying to get perfection, starting with only one of each item in the entire game, and we're only allowed to use those items to obtain perfection. We can also use those items to like create more items. Like you can plant like the 1 acorn you have to like grow a tree and get wood and stuff, things like that. Getting renewable sources that way. Cheese, kindness, and extended family. Not going to be doing either of them, unfortunately. It's Qui. Agree to disagree with Concerned Ape. I refuse to accept that as the true canon lore. Alright, let's go to bed here. You know what, I don't think I checked the weather forecast today. Could be another rainy day on Ginger Island, we'll just have to go and see. It's kiwi. Chat, should I add kiwi to my cooking mod? That's a fruit I haven't thought about in a while. Kiwi. Kiwi's good. I don't know what recipes you would use kiwi in, but I do love kiwis. Problem is, if I keep coming up with different things I want to add to that cooking mod, I'm never gonna finish making the mod. To make a kiwi lemonade. Like, I've already had to with the mod. Like, there are some ideas that we've had for the mod that I don't know how I would like factor them in, because I'd have to like learn some like C# coding to make them work the proper way that I want them to. Most of the stuff that is in that, most of the ideas that I have for the mod that I was sharing in that stream the other week are things that I can do with like content patcher stuff by just writing them into JSON files, and that's easy enough. But there are some things that are going to require some more technical elements of coding, which I definitely need to brush up on if I want to truly realize my vision. So right now I'm focusing mainly on the things that are I'm focusing mainly on the things that are doable with the content with content patcher alone, and then I'm shelving things that I would need more in-depth knowledge of like C# code and everything like that, and the API of Stardew Valley. I'm shelving those things until such a time as until like I release a version of the mod with like the basic features, and then we can build off of that. Love JSON files. They make modding games so easy. It really is like surprising just how easy it is, at least in Stardew Valley. I can't say it with any certainty about any other games, but JSON files, at least in Stardew Valley, just make so much of a... They make such a world of difference. It's so easy. Once you just like learn a few basic things, it's so good. Alright, I'm gonna chop down some of these pine trees. Don't need all these out here. Honestly, I could probably chop down one of those fiddlehead trees. I could probably chop down both of those fiddlehead trees as well. If we wanted a renewable source of fiddleheads, I could tap the fiddlehead trees, but like we were just saying, I don't actually need that many fiddlehead ferns. So we're probably fine to just chop at least one of these down. Are fiddleheads good food? They are okay. They're okay for like an early game food, 25 energy. I wouldn't call that too great. I could chop this one down, but I could also leave it up just to like spread more wild seeds, which I think is probably better because I can then use those wild seeds to get more wood in the first place. No, they're not. I mean, they're better food than vinegar. So there's that. They're not the worst food in the game. Could leave the stump. Do stumps spread seeds? I never remember whether that's true or not. That's not saying much. New Stardew challenge? It's just playing Stardew Valley normally, but the only food you're allowed to drink drink is vinegar. You can make additional chests now. Right now I'm saving my wood to try and get the 300 for the tide pools, because we do need to go over there to catch the crimson fish at some point. Obviously can't do that now since the season has changed over. That does remind me though, I should go and catch the angler here. Maybe I'll do that today actually. We need to get all the legendary fish at some point. We just do a little catch and release situation, but we still need to get it. And we have a good amount of bait right now, so I could probably make it happen pretty quick. Oh, coffee buff, thank you. I've not been in the habit of drinking my coffees daily here. The deep-sea anglerfish has no reason to be happy. I understand this reference. Are you talking about, like... Talking about a little thing like, well, it's true that I once went through life as the kind of guy that always tried to rhyme life with strife. Yes, I've been burned, I've been spurned, and through it all that I have learned that love is not about whether you get stabbed, but how slowly the knife gets turned. You talking about that kind of thing? Because you can't hate the light if you lived your whole life. Wait, you can't hate the night if you lived your whole life without light, and you can't hate the dish if you've only ever eaten fish. And you can't feel alone if it's all you've ever known. And the deep-sea anglerfish has no reason to be happy, but it has no frickin' idea what else to be. DFTBA. DFTBA, you legend. Alright. Yeah, I'll go fishing. I'll go catch a little angler here. Stop. I have a good amount of the lyrics for Hank Green songs in my brain. Especially a lot of those, like, older songs. Good luck catching the anglerfish. Don't need luck. It's the easiest of the legendary fish. Some may say the mutant carp is easier. I don't know. I feel like I often have a harder time catching the mutant carp than I do catching the angler. Should you see how big my smile is? Will it get any bigger if I start going like, a quark is a fundamental constituent of matter. Observed in 1968 through deep elastic scatter, we found that protons were not as simple as we thought. We thought they were solid particles, but they are not. Protons, in fact, are made up of 3 separate pieces. I don't quite remember how it goes from there, but I have the knowledge in my brain. Every few years, I remember the Holly Hunt song. I'm not familiar with the Holly Hunt song, I don't think. There are a lot of Hank Green songs that I'm definitely not familiar with, but I'm familiar with at least a few of them that occasionally worm their way back to the surface of my brain every now and again. Hank Green songs, Rhett and Link songs, all those classic YouTube jams, you know? It was super early Vlogbrothers. Oh, it's Miss Angler! Hello! I completely forgot I even have the extended family quest on right now. I mean, that's one way to do it. Wait, I can't catch the regular angler because Miss Angler is here. Oh, wait, I'm a fool. I'd have to go and catch all the other extended fish beforehand. Okay, yeah, that's why you were saying good luck catching the angler. Alright, fair enough, fair enough. Well, I'm not going to go do that right now. I'll just wait for the quest to be... I'll just wait for the quest to pass in a couple days. And get some fishing experience out of it regardless. I guess I could grind fishing experience with the extended family fish, though. Yeah, that's true. Actually, this might be a blessing in disguise here. Would it be best to grind Miss Anglers? Would it be better to grind something else? I feel like Miss Angler is probably the one you want to grind for fishing XP, because it's like so easy to catch in relation to the other legendary fish. Let me see. Miss Angler gives how much experience? 31, 34, 37, 43. It's not like a crazy amount of experience. It's pretty good. Not blowing the doors off of anything. What about like a radioactive carp situation? Radioactive carp is worse. Glacierfish Jr. 36 to... It's like 5 experience points more. Which is not worth it when you consider just how hard it is to catch Glacierfish Jr. Legend the Second. Legend the Second is 8 experience points more than Miss Angler. I think I'm just going to stick to Miss Angler, honestly. It's not a great spot, unfortunately, for, like, fish quality here, but... You know what, maybe this isn't actually that worth it. Because I feel like some of the oceanic fish on their own are just going to be better. Like some of the higher end, like, oceanic fish, like a super cucumber. They're worth, like, a little bit less than Miss Angler. I don't know, I'm torn. Miss Angler is pretty easy. I'm here now, you know what? I'm here now, I've got my fishing rod, I've got my fishing bait on. Let's do it. Let's do it. At this point, it's just easier to keep the momentum and remain here than to leave and do anything else. I would love to hit, like, a higher end fishing zone, though. I don't know if there's, like, a good spot to hit here as far as fishing zones go. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I think, like, right around there is probably your sweet spot. I think you found them through Charlie is so cool like. Now Charlotte is so cool like. That's a name I haven't heard in a long time. They're one of the YouTube, like, OGs, right? Like, they've been around for a long, long time. Ooh. What the heck? Oh, sorry. I was looking at chat. I should have been paying more attention. Miss Angler was easy, but it's not, like, all that easy. Scepter home, then use one of the obelisks to get to where you want to go quickly. I don't really need to go anywhere. Right now, this is fine. Right now, I'm content to fish Miss Anglers. We need the fishing experience at some point here. She also streams Stardew on Twitch now? Really? Ooh. You don't love the Twitch interface much? That's fair. I'm used to the Twitch interface, but if you're not used to the Twitch interface, then it's a learning curve for sure. If a streamer goes to Twitch, you stop watching them. Really? I mean, Twitch is the most popular platform for streaming. But I can understand it's got a lot of problems. It definitely has a lot of problems. Like I mentioned before, I have thought about multi-streaming to Twitch. I would never leave YouTube. I would never straight up leave YouTube, but I wouldn't be averse to opening up the possibility of having a Twitch side of the stream as well. Boink, boink, boink. Used to be more comfortable on Twitch, as it was all you knew, but now you're more comfortable on YouTube. YouTube has its own problems as well, but I do think it's a more streamlined experience in general from like on the viewer end than Twitch is. Get rid of all this gunk. You like YouTube because of premium? That's another thing. Is that like, if you're paying for YouTube premium already, then it's nice for streams because then you don't get ads on streams either. You get the benefit of not having ads on streams or on videos versus on like Twitch where you have to have like different subscriptions to everyone or like subscribe to like Twitch Nitro, but then you're really only doing it for the streams because Twitch doesn't really have... I mean, you have VODs you can watch, but like, how many people are actually watching VODs on Twitch? Let's be real. There's a reason that so many people who stream on Twitch upload their VODs separately to YouTube. Because watching VODs on Twitch, I've done it, and I hate it. It's so bad. I don't know how they make it so annoying. Like, even finding the VOD that you want to watch is like a chore. It's so bad. YouTube obviously has a leg up on that just because they were designed as like a video hosting platform first, then like a streaming platform second. So they already had like all the infrastructure to host the videos. But you'd think that Twitch would have like figured out something a little better than their current VOD system by now. Considering how popular of a platform it is. I get that they probably want to put most of their resources into improving the actual like stream side of things rather than the VODs. But it's a bit of like a catch-22, right? Like they don't put any time or work into like improving the VOD watching experience on Twitch because people don't watch the VODs. But people don't watch the VODs because the experience is so bad. Like if they did actually put some time and resources into that, maybe they could actually get more people staying on the site to watch the VODs rather than going to YouTube to watch the VODs. Did that Miss Angler just like straight up die, by the way? She like gave up and just stopped moving entirely for like the second half of that catch. Yet the stream side can be awful if you can't pay. That is true, yeah. Twitch ads are very egregious compared to like YouTube ads. Like even if you don't have premium on YouTube, most of the time, like the worst you get on YouTube is what, like a 30-second unskippable ad. And even then, that's pretty rare, I find. On YouTube, a lot of the time, you're just getting, like, an ad that you can skip within 5 seconds. Versus on Twitch, like, you're getting, like, 3-minute ads that you can't skip, and you're getting those, like, multiple times per hour. It's rough. It's rough going out there. You really have to, like, be subscribed to whoever you're watching, or have, like, Twitch Nitro or something. For if you want to have like any kind of decent experience on Twitch, which is obviously how they want it. That's like how they make money, but still, it's a little much. My friend who I modded for on Twitch joked around that she'd go back to streaming Animal Crossing again with the new 3.0 update, and then I was like, oh, maybe that'd get me back to using Twitch, but only that. Speaking of Animal Crossing, I logged on yesterday and got to experience the hotel for the first time. How recent of an addition to the game is the hotel in Animal Crossing? I feel like I remember hearing that that's like a new addition. Was that in 3.0? Okay, so that is like the newest thing, hey? Hotel is 3.0. Literally when I started playing, yeah. Yeah, I got to experience that for the first time yesterday. That was a lot of fun. I had a good fun, like, decorating the hotel room. What's her name? Leilani? She brought me in, told me to, hey, decorate this like a seaside room. And I was like, you know what? No problem. No problem. I got to flex my decorative muscles. It was a good time. I'm looking forward to doing more of those. I don't think I would ever do more than, like, 1 per day kind of thing. It takes a good amount of time to get it down the way I like it, but it's pretty sweet. Yeah, I do love Leilani. She's just very sweet. The whole like captain family there is pretty sweet. If you enjoyed that, you'll love the DLC. I mean, if the DLC is just like more of the same of that, of just like decorating things to match different themes, then yeah, I'm all in. I am all in on that. I also didn't forget to go to Harv's Islands to get the next, to commission the next, like, co-op. Any guesses? Any guesses on which of the, like, shops on Harv's Island was the second one I commissioned? The first one was, Reese and Cyrus's place, which I have now met Reese and Cyrus, and they are as delightful as everyone was describing in the stream. Kicks, Red, Storage, Leaf, all incorrect. All literally not a single one of those. What's her face? Sahara? Nope. Kicks 100%. Katrina? I don't know who Katrina is, but I got the fortune teller. The fortune teller is the next one that I invested in because it caught my curiosity. Fortune teller can be fun. It's a money sink. What do you mean? I already paid 100,000 to have the fortune teller there. Are you telling me that the fortune teller is also going to charge me to use the fortune teller services? That doesn't seem right. I'm the one who paid to have it. Can I at least get like a few free tickets or something? I mean, I guess you could say that about any of them that you get there, but like any of the shops and things, you still have to pay to use them. That is kind of crazy. Also, I was surprised when I went to like donate the 100,000 for the fortune teller. There was already like 1,300 bells donated in there. I didn't expect anything to be donated in there. I don't know where the 1,300 bells came from, but I mean, it was a nice little pleasant surprise. It wasn't like anything huge, obviously. I still had to pay like 98,000 something bells, but the others donate because it's a co-op. I figured there'd be like a little bit of donations, but like 1,300 bells in a single day just felt like way more than I would expect to see as far as like, I mean, compared to like the donations that you get when you're like building a bridge or something on your island. It was a night and day experience. I wonder how much deluxe bait I still have left. I've probably burned through a good amount of it here. Haven't gotten too many miss anglers, but gotten at least a few here. 37 more deluxe bait to go. Go ahead and trash all these. Barely use the fortune teller. That was after a certain point. Some of the stuff she provides is very useful. Very curious. I also got a letter from Luna, the lady who does like the Dream Island thing, and she sent me like a very mysterious letter. I'm gonna have to go check out, see what's changed in regards to that. Another new thing. Have a good one there, Yugun. Thanks for being here. Ooh. Ooh, I also met Resetti. I met Resetti last night for the first time. I didn't realize that Resetti was like actually a character in New Horizons. I knew obviously of his existence in other games, but he hadn't shown up in New Horizons yet, so I was like, maybe he's just not here, but he showed up. Bro was just like walking around my island. Not even digging around like his mole self, he was just walking, he was just strutting his stuff all over the place. Recently restarted my island and was working on Harvs. I'm so surprised by how much you were getting donated and how much it kept going up day by day. Be excited to check out today and see what's how much has been donated. He wasn't until 3.0, really. Also only as long as you've been playing. Interesting. I don't see myself using Rossetti's services that much based on what he described to me. But I'm glad that they're there. I'm glad that that dude's there. He's just a part of the culture. Wouldn't feel the same without him present in some capacity. You've used it already? Because what is he can like reset various different areas of your island by like getting rid of like furniture and pathing and stuff, just like cleaning things up in general so you don't have to do it. Thought before 3.0 he'd sometimes visit the cafe, but you could be misremembering. Ooh, the cafe! I get to experience that today too! When I play later tonight, I'm gonna get to experience that for the first time. Yeah, I don't have the cafe yet, but I'll get to experience it tomorrow. Also, I mean, since we're talking about all things Animal Crossing, got my first couple gyroids. My gyroids grew in. I think they only take like a day to grow. Any guesses? Any guesses on what my first 2 gyroids were? I don't know how many gyroids possible there are, so I don't know how hard it would be to guess them, but I love them. Regardless of what they were, I knew I was going to love them just because I love the gyroids. Tall gongoid. Squeakoid. Neither of these. Bubbled. The 2 gyroids that I got the... I think they're called... The first one was called a tremeloid. He's like a big, like, wacky, waving, inflatable arm flailing tube man. I got the tremeloid, and I got the oinkoid, who's like a little pig, which was quite delightful. Small drilloid. There are so many. I want to collect all of them. I'm collecting all the gyroids. Add that to my Animal Crossing New Horizons goals. Blue roses, pom-pom, and every gyroid. How hard is it to collect every gyroid? Still working on it, not that hard. Why is there a ringoid, but none for any of the other beetles? +2. Starting to feel exhausted. I didn't even realize. I forgot that I was even burning through energy while fishing. I have so much energy at this point, I didn't even register that I was using energy. Alright. That's good for the day, then. Did you also want all of the color variants? Well, that depends. Is it... How crazy are the color variants? Is it like, Is it like they can be dyed any hue of RGB color? Or is there just like a set variety of colors? Based on other Animal Crossing experience that I've had, I'd assume it's like a set variety of colors per gyroid. Jodie's birthday today. Get diamonds for her. Set variety of colors for each gyroid. 4 to 6 colors? That seems doable. I mean, depending on how many gyroids there actually are. If there's like 2,000 gyroids and I need to get like 4 to 6 colors of each one, that might be a slight problem. That might be longer than I'm willing to sign up for, especially if the only way to get gyroids is like 1 at a time from going on those little island tours with Captain. That's the only way I currently have to experience getting gyroids, but maybe you get more ways in the future. 65 total. You could be memeing, or you could be telling me the actual truth. I have no way to know if it's actually 65 gyroids. I'm gonna say 30-ish. Your brain is melting. Okay, water our pet bowls here. You have a full set of gyroids on your main account. So it is possible. Wait, all colors and everything? I guess I don't know what people usually mean when they say full set of gyroids. 189 variants. Is that 189 variants all in? Customization kits is easy. Oh, if you can customize them yourself, you don't have to actually like find the colors naturally. Oh, that's so much easier. Then yeah, I'd absolutely go for that. Like if there's like, if you just need to get like 4 of each gyroid and then like customize them or whatever, 4 to 6 of each gyroid, then that's like, that's small potatoes. I'll have that done well before I get my blue roses, probably. Although, who knows? I'm hoping that I just log on today and I just see blue roses in the ground. What do you think the odds are of that on a scale of 0 to 100? That I just, like, sign on one day and all of a sudden I see blue roses sprouting in my garden? What do you mean 0? Chat, why is everyone saying 0? What the heck? It can't be literally 0. It can't be literally 0. There's got, you don't know how I'm growing my roses. There's a weird chance that I like Mr. Magoo my way into finding the right combination of roses, right? Negative 1,000. Negative 0. 65? Now that's the kind of optimism that I'm looking for. After several decades, maybe. I already have blue windflowers. That's like 50% of the way there. I already have the blue, I'm just missing the roses part. She's rage baiting? Nuh-uh. I do have blue windflowers, and I didn't even try. How hard really could blue roses be if the blue windflowers are just showing up like that? It's not like different varieties of flowers have different like colors that are going to be rare for them versus others, right? It's not like blue windflowers are like super common or anything. They gotta be probably as rare as blue roses, I would assume. Blue windflowers are like pink roses? I have pink roses too. Oh wait, no, I see what you're saying. How do I get gold roses? Wait, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Is there a chance that I stumble upon gold roses by mistake? Or is that one that's like blue roses that I'm gonna have to like know what I'm doing? Yes? Technically you can, kind of. Interesting. One of those situations that we're just dancing around. I was just about to have a snack. Let me get something for you. I will take 1 raw egg, please. My egg! Sam! You freaking klutz. Jody beelines it for the kitchen. What was that sound? It sounded like a raw egg hitting the ground. Gasp. This is absolutely terrible. What happened? The idea, it's so funny to me. The idea of like coming into the kitchen, seeing a a broken egg on the ground, like the shell and everything like splattered on the ground, and looking at that and saying, "This is absolutely terrible." like that mental image of that is so funny to me. I just imagine myself rushing into the room and be like, "This is terrible! No! The egg!" Such a strong reaction. This is one of the weirdest cutscenes. Sam dropped it on purpose. He thought it would be funny. Sam handed me the snack and then I dropped it. I'll cover for him. Yeah, that's what happened. Thanks for telling me the truth, Eleanor. It's not such a big deal. Eggs are expensive in Stardew? What do you mean in Stardew? They're way more expensive in real life. I'll buy all the eggs in Stardew Valley. In real life? Ooh, gotta set an egg budget. Wait, new achievement. Is that clicks? Do I have enough friendship for clicks? Maybe I've spoiled the boys a bit. They never had to do any chores. I guess I want them to be able to enjoy their childhood while they still can. Well, Sam's basically a man now, though. I hope he hasn't grown up to be lazy. That won't do. Being a parent isn't very easy. So true, bestie. So true. Is Neon heading out? Have a good night there, Neon. Take care. Enjoy your seabed. This is what people mean when they say that writing isn't Eric's strong suit. Yeah. But, you know, it's been a long time since Concerned Ape, Eric Baroni, wrote some of these hard events. Obviously, he'll have improved as a writer in that time, given just how much he's, like, how much more he's written and how much more he's, like, come to understand, like, understand his own world and his own characters. I feel like that's the point of the cutscene. Wait, what's the point of the cutscene? I think it's to show that they're strict, maybe? Maybe. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. I mean, I'm not comparing it to other Harvest Moon games. It shows that Jodie is strict. I don't really even think that she's that strict. Like, she didn't really, like, get that mad. She just wants to, like, know what happened. And then you tell her the truth, and it's like... And she's chill. I don't even know if she's that strict. Maybe, though. Maybe I'm not fully reading into it. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's jam out to some Kazoom together here, shall we? Bam, bam. Whose birthday is it next here? Abigail in 2 days, oh yeah. Gonna get some sleep right here now. Then gonna check the weather. Cat loves you! Cat loves you! What a delightful message to wake up to. Oh my gosh. Gonna be clear and sunny all day. We love you too, Cat. I love Cat so much. Why, wait, do all my other animals love me as well? Alright, I got a little more work to do on dog. My first dog, my other dog, it already seems to love me. Dude, that would set me up for the rest of the day if I woke up in real life. Imagine in real life you wake up and you just see a message, or like you see like your cat sitting at the end of the bed, and you just see like a message above their head that says "Cat loves you." Oh my gosh, that's like better than like any feeling I could even possibly fathom. Like, oh my gosh, I love you too. Are you keeping those Joja Cola? Not really, no. Most of the time I just end up trashing them for inventory's sake. I already have 58 Joja Colas here. Trick question, I wouldn't have a cat. In your case then, I don't know, like Tarantula loves you. I have no idea. I don't know what kind of pets you got. Fried calamari from Jody. Pierre's gonna be so happy. Oh, I didn't plant any like fall seeds or anything here. I haven't been doing anything like that. Posture check. Shrimp reminder, posture check. Might as well save the shrimp. Once again, could be useful for cooking in the future. Tarantula. I took a wild guess. Probably you don't have a tarantula as a pet for the jokes, I would assume. Because I assume most people don't have tarantulas as pets, but maybe there's a non-zero chance. Ooh, hidden truffle back here. One in chat, if you would ever consider... I won't talk about this too much, by the way, because I know obviously arachnophobia is a real thing, but I'm just curious. One in chat, if you would ever consider getting a tarantula as a pet. 2 in chat if no. You had one once? 11722. 2, but your bestie has dozens as pet. Dozens of tarantulas is crazy. That's how do you even hold that many tarantulas? I think they're cute, but I imagine the care is difficult. I would at least look into it. I would look into it for sure. I think it would be a very interesting, unique sort of pet to have. I'm with you that I don't know like what the care would be like. I would want to know more about the details of how to care for a tarantula before I was willing to commit to that. They're not the most interactive pets. I wouldn't imagine so. But sometimes that's what you want out of a pet, right? Some people want pets that are more... I'm gonna chop down this tree. It feels like a weirdly conspicuous spot here. Some people want pets that are like lower maintenance like that for sure. That's the appeal of cats for a lot of people, at least compared to dogs. Obviously, cats, you still have to have... There's still, like, a decent level of maintenance there. But compared to, like, a dog, dogs are much more high maintenance than cats on average, I would say. The only issue is I have to keep the cockroaches to feed it. That would be a higher barrier to entry for some people. You have a turtle. Your axolotl is so silly. One pet that I've always thought about that I would be interested in having if the opportunity presented itself is a chameleon. I don't know why, but like chameleon for some reason, I'm like that would just be a cool pet to have. I would just love to like. I think they just look so cool. Like, they got those, like, big, goofy eyes. Obviously, they can, like, change color, which is kind of a neat thing. Chameleons are tough to keep. I feel like I imagine that they would be. I've never done any research into it, but I feel like any kind of, exotic reptile or amphibian like that, there's going to be some obvious... There's going to be some obvious barriers to entry if you want to keep them properly. I think a chameleon is an amphibian, right? Is a chameleon an amphibian or a reptile? One of, if not the most difficult reptiles to keep. I mean, you know how much I like a challenge. But if the challenge comes from taking care of an animal, then that's another thing, because I wouldn't want to, like, put the animal through anything stressful because of my own incompetence. This is all stuff I get to keep, right? It's from trees I chopped down on my own farm. Yeah, it's all keepable. Okay. Chameleons are a type of lizard. Salamanders are amphibians. I get my amphibians and my reptiles confused a lot. Usually, if I'm usually confused between a reptile and an amphibian, I should probably err on the side of reptile, just because amphibians seem like they're a lot less common than reptiles. It's a lot more specific of a classification than a reptile is. Like, how many creatures can I think of that I know for a fact are amphibians? Salamanders, now I know. Obviously, like frogs. Frogs are amphibians. Frogs and toads. Is an axolotl an amphibian? I want to say yes. 'Cause I feel, yeah, they gotta be amphibious, right? I feel like you see them in the water so much. Pop those away in there. And you know what? We have enough wood now. Let's go ahead and repair that bridge to the beach. Bridge to the tide pools, rather. Axolotls are salamanders. Okay, so yeah, I guess that tracks then. That tracks. Axolotls are amphibians that never mature past their larval stage. They're so neat. So weird. There's a reason I thought that they weren't real animals for a little while. Olms are amphibians also? What the heck is an olm? I don't think there's any reason to be here right now, but eventually we're going to want to be here for the crimson fish. Hold on, I gotta look up amphibians. Amphibians. Can I look up, like, a list of amphibians? List of amphibians. Frogs, salamanders, tree frogs, true toads, true frogs. They're just making stuff up now. Sicilians, Leptodactylidae, microhylid frogs, salamandridae, spotted salamander. They're just listing like specific species of frogs and salamanders. Axolotl. What the heck is a hellbender? Sirens. Those aren't real. Aquatic salamanders. The Goliath frog. As in people from Sicily? I'm probably not pronouncing it. It looks like a big worm. Sicilians are a group of limbless, worm-shaped, or snake-shaped amphibians with either small eyes or no eyes, comprising of the order Gymnophionia. They mostly live hidden in soil or stream beds. They're just big worms. American toad. Wallace's flying frog? Sounds like a kid named Wallace discovered a new species of frog and he just wanted to give it a cool name. Bro, they got listed next to Wallace's flying frog, the common frog. That's so sad. Big aura loss for the common frog right there. Putting you right next to Wallace's flying frog. The golden poison frog. The common mud puppy. Wait, what's a mud puppy? I've heard of these before. The common mud puppy is a species of salamander. Is every amphibian some variety of salamander, frog, or toad? I feel like all of these have just been like, it's a frog, it's a toad, it's a salamander. Except for the Sicilian. How do you actually... It looks like it... I mean, I feel like it is pronounced Sicilian. Mud puppies are so cute. They look like... I'm not going to show you the picture. They look like a big tapeworm. Maybe not a tapeworm necessarily. Mud skipper. What the heck is... Oh, wait, they're so cute. Wait, the little bulbous eyes? Look at the little mud skipper. Wait, this guy's actually so cute. Mud skippers are any of 25 extant species of amphibious fish of the subfamily bat and the goby family. What his little mouth here? Do mud skippers have teeth? Ooh, look at that. Wait, that's beautiful, actually. Oh my gosh. It's a whole freaking... I knew about mud skippers. Like, I knew they existed, but I didn't really know anything more about them than this. Animals are awesome. Silly little fish. Animals are so crazy. I love that there's a little Pokemon sneaking in there. Wooper just hiding on the side there. Any lumpfish fans in chat? It's a lumpfish. Dude, bro is lumpy. Wait, they are not lying. That is a lumpy little guy. In the palm of the hand? Stop. That's a lumpy fish right there. I've talked about this one before. The one of the weirdest creatures I know. Praedubia. What the heck is that? You're out swimming in the beach at night and you see this guy swimming towards you. What do you do? That's an eldritch horror beyond our comprehension. Run. It's scary. No, it's graceful. It's kind of beautiful. Praedubia, Wikipedia. The giant siphonophore lives in the mesopelagic zone of the bathypelagic zone at 700 meters to 1,000 meters below sea level. It has been found off the coast and around the world from Iceland to the North Atlantic to Chile in the South Pacific. A member of the siphonophores. Look at these freaking guys. These things are so cool, actually. Look at all these. These are, like, literally aliens. These are the closest type of creature on Earth that we get to aliens. Like, how do these things actually exist? Like, you look at this, you don't even know, like, where... Like, it's not a creature. It's like, not even a creature. It is a thing. And none of them even have, like, similar shapes. I guess they're kind of, like, long, a lot of them, but... Ocean is scary. Yeah, that was a fun little side tangent there. It's a fun little tangent. Yeah, I find them, like, so graceful. If you remember correctly, it was out of being stubborn evolutionarily and kind of just refusing to die. They hacked the evolutionary code. They figured out, like, an infinite evolution glitch. Look up long-nosed chimeras. They're pretty alien, too. Long-nosed chimera. This one's at least fish-shaped, but I see what you mean. Dude at least still kind of looks like a fish. But he's like what if you it's like in Spore, you're combining just like a generic fish with an anteater, and this is what you get. Abigail's birthday tomorrow. Space Fishy's gonna be so happy when they watch this part of the stream. Pop that away in there. Grab that. Little amethyst for Abigail. Do I have anything better for Abigail here today? I don't think so, honestly. Those are your favorite fish? Good choice. Solid choice. I don't think you could classify the prey... I don't think siphonophores and things like that are classified technically as fish. I think they're just like their own thing. From what I can tell, you've been taking really good care of your pet. I'm really happy about that. What do you mean pet singular? All my pets love me, even if it only just said that cat loved me. Unfortunately, we cannot buy any more pets. Not within the scope of this challenge. Argon, there's no such thing as a fish. Hey Siri. Define fish.
As a noun, fish means a limbless, cold-blooded vertebrate animal with gills and fins living wholly in water. Do you want to hear the next one?
No, thank you. I think I already proved my point. Checkmate. Checkmate, got him. If Siri says it, there's a definition for it. As far as I'm concerned, it's a thing. We're all fish? Excuse me, are you a limbless, cold-blooded creature that lives in the ocean? Or that lives in water, I guess? Whatever the definition was. I know she used the word limbless. I don't know about you, but I got at least 4 limbs. Yes? Wait, fish in chat? We're all evolved from fish? I mean, yeah. I mean, if you go back far enough, everything's evolved from, like, the same thing. That's true. But that doesn't mean that they are all the same thing. You can't just call... It's not... That's just not helpful. Maybe fish doesn't exist, like, as a technical scientific classification, but it's still helpful to call things fish. Is that actually true? Hold on. Is fish a scientific term? No AI. I don't want to hear AI's opinion on this. The term fish is a convenient term to refer to a diverse aquatic organisms such as lamprey sharks, coelacanths, and ray-finned fishes. But it is... What? They're literally calling them ray-finned fishes! But it's not a taxonomic group that would be used as in a phylogenetic classification scheme, such as vertebrates or hominids. Got a bunch of biology majors in my chat. Can't we just call them fish? Y'all the type of people to say that vegetables don't exist either, and birds. Like, I respect you. Sometimes I am you. Sometimes I am pedantic like that. It is actually, I mean, it's interesting. I shouldn't be too down on you, because it's like, you know, it is interesting to learn about that kind of stuff. What's up with that grass? Grass just, like, glitches out sometimes in Stardew, I think. I think it's a lot of the time where, like, the grass, like, it overlaps on the very exact same pixel, so it doesn't know which one to, like, render in front of the other one, so it just kind of, like, flip-flops between them. I think that's what causes that, like, little visual glitch that you see sometimes with grass. Birds exist, but they're not real. Okay. I am too tired for this conversation right now. Enjoy your lurkdom there for the jokes. Proof that Argon is Armgon for real and has a hand with 5 limbs. Hands have 5 limbs? Wait, you're right. Never really thought about it. Girl, you woke up later than I did? I feel like the later you wake up, the more tired you are sometimes. I mean, I know that sounds insane. Let me rephrase it. If you wake up really early, you're going to be tired. If you wake up really late, you're going to be tired. There is a sweet spot. There's a Goldilocks zone where you wake up compared to like when you went to sleep, where you will not be tired. And I have a hard time hitting that Goldilocks zone. Just wanted to see if it was raining here, really. Hopefully we're close to like level 9 foraging here. These skills are so slow once you get to the end phase here. I gotta grab the amethyst for Abigail. Almost forgot to go for her birthday. Depends how long your natural sleep cycle is. I've always wanted to like talk to someone who doesn't use like a traditional sleep cycle. And I'm not talking to people who like work like a graveyard shift, so they like sleep through the day or whatever. I'm talking like, you know, not following your circadian rhythm where you like you know, there's like different sleep cycles you can get into where it's like instead of sleeping in like one long chunk through the night or through the day or whenever you have to do it, you do like 2-hour naps like 4 times throughout the day, and you just do that instead. Anybody in chat like that? Anyone consistently stick to that sleep schedule? Polyphasic or biphasic sleep? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Happy birthday, Abigail. You did that for years? Like mothers? I suppose like mothers of newborns would probably fall into some kind of sleep cycle like that. That does make sense. That's how I ended up on your late night stream. Your husband does that pretty regularly. You have a friend whose natural sleep cycle takes, I think, 6 hours. The average is anywhere between 2 to 4. Very interesting. Just one of those parts of life that you wish would be simpler than it actually ends up being. Sleep. Wouldn't it be nice if we could all just like choose to like, I'm gonna go to bed now, and you just lie in bed and you fall asleep instantly, and you wake up an exact specific amount of time later feeling fully refreshed? I guess what I'm saying is, wouldn't life be nice if we were all robots? If you could just turn me off like I'm a computer and turn me back on again when I'm ready to go. Oh, baby. Sign me up for that. Let me keep, like, the rest of my humanity and my individuality and all that stuff, but if you could just, like, set me up so I, like, either don't have to sleep, or so I can just, or I can get away with doing it that way instead. Please. Alright, I'm looking at the time here, 3 hours, 20 minutes. I think I'm probably going to do a shorter stream today, just because I am feeling a little tired, so I'll probably run this last day of Stardew Valley here, and then we'll call it a day there. I have been doing slightly shorter streams this week, and I think that's probably fine. It's just the vibe these days. Plus, I'm probably going to be doing a longer stream on Sunday anyway. If you're not aware, if you haven't heard about me talking about this or seen the announcements on YouTube or anything like that, on Sunday, instead of a members-only stream, we are doing a special collaboration with a bunch of other Stardew Valley content creators. We're doing a 9-player archipelago multi-world randomizer, where all of our games are going to be randomized in various ways, and we are going to try and work together to each complete the community center. I think everyone's goal is the community center. I think you can actually like kind of change your goal to be what you want. I mean, obviously you can do that within archipelago, but like, I don't know if we were all sticking to doing community center stuff. It's going to be very interesting. And might be very long. I have no idea. We'll see how it goes, but I'm super curious to see how it all goes. It's going to be very chaotic and fun. So that'll be happening on Sunday. The specific time, it's going to be, I believe, an hour later. I'll double check this. I checked it last night, but I'm pretty confident about this. I think it's going to be an hour later than I usually stream. So 1 p.m. Mountain Time for me, or 12 p.m. Pacific, or whatever that translates to for your specific time zone. So right around the same time that I normally stream. 2 p.m. Central, that is correct, yeah. I'll send out a notification for it, like, well before the stream, so you can put it in your calendar and stuff. It's gonna be a fun one. It's gonna be very, very fun. Where am I here? Did I chop this log that's down here? If the pig gives birth, can we name the next pig human? I don't know how I feel about that, but you know what? Maybe I shouldn't feel, and maybe I shouldn't think, and I should just feel. Ooh. Summon the horse. Yeah, I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared of... I'm excited, but I'm also scared for the archipelago multi-world randomizer we're doing on Sunday. I feel like it's going to be very chaotic, and I'm frightened of how it's going to manifest. I'm going to be playing for the first time in archipelago. I'm going to be playing with traps, which are like negative. Like when normally in archipelago, when you do something, you get like a reward and like you unlock something new for either for yourself or for someone else. But we're playing with traps, so there's going to be potential for a lot of chaos. What farm is it? Four Corners? The farm that I'm currently playing on is Four Corners, yeah. On the archipelago randomizer, when we're playing it on Sunday, it's going to be a random farm. Are you updating all your mods in preparation? I'm probably not going to be playing with mods, because a lot of mods don't play well with archipelago. If you're talking about the mods in chat, they're all up to date. They all know what's up. We'll be ready for the chaos, or at least try to be. It's going to be fun. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait. Is it raining on Ginger Island? Archipelago mods, you mean? Yeah, no, my archipelago mod is the most recent version. Or maybe not the most recent. It's the version that everyone else was going to be playing on as well. Kaito Kid is one of the people that we're playing with on Sunday, and he's the creator of the mod. So he has been good about guiding people to make sure that like everyone's on the same page when it comes to all like the stuff that they need and the files and everything. So yeah, we should be covered there. And if we run into any issues like on game day at runtime, then we should be fine, because Kaito Kid is literally going to be right there. Kaito is a stickler about that, yeah, for good reason. Obviously, it's gonna be more fun if we don't have to worry about any like technical issues at the start of a stream. 3 stone, by the way. Rare stone. Illegal emerald! Wait, you're right! Uh-oh. I used an illegal emerald. Can I take the emerald off? I just ruined my whole challenge. I used the emerald from the bird. We can't do that. We can't do that. Going to basketball so you can't stay long. Playoffs? J Nuggets, best of luck to you. I'll be rooting for you. You can take it. Trash that emerald. Get it out of here. You can take it off! Let's go. Okay, so we still know at least that the emerald has to go there. I think I only have one emerald, though. Do I need more emeralds than this? I've already donated an emerald. Emeralds, the max I could ever need would be 2. One for the donation to the museum and one for this very puzzle. So maybe we just send it with this one? Either that or I put it in the crystallarium to replicate for next time. Just in case I want to use it again for, like, penny gifts or whatever. There's no huge rush, so I think I'm just going to replicate it. I'd rather have access to more emeralds in the future if I have the choice. Let's go ahead and swap one of these out here. I love this song so much. What is this one again? This is Wii Bowling, that's right. Do we have to-do in this save so we remember where to put it? To-do list is on here. Emerald to gem bird puzzle east. Beautiful. Good shout, Suze. Alright. I think we're good. Let's lock in. Alright. Still slowly, steadily making progress towards our ultimate goal of getting mastery and getting all the required recipes that we have there waiting for us. But I think we're going to end off there for right now. Probably do a lot more Homegrown Farm next week. This past week was a little more, like, all over the place with, like, Animal Crossing and the 10-year anniversary and everything. We will probably go and, we'll probably go ahead and do more Homegrown Farm next week, because I am raring to keep going on this challenge. But I digress. That'll be for next week. Thank you for being here, chat. Hope you enjoyed the stream today. I know I certainly had fun. I hope to see you on Sunday. Again, I'll put out like an announcement, probably like tomorrow. Make sure to put out a notification early for like the actual stream to be there on Sunday. I hope to see you there. We're going to be collaborating with a lot of content creators, some of which we know well, like Evolution, Captain Canadia, Kaito Kid, The Algorithm, and many of which I am going to be talking to like for basically the first time, but it's going to be fun because we're all cool people. It's all a whole bunch of very cool people. So I'm looking forward to that. I hope to see you there on Sunday. I will be back then. Yeah, I'm not streaming tomorrow or anything like that. I gotta take the day off. I gotta make sure I'm mentally in the right space for that Sunday stream. Make sure I get good rest the night before. Don't overdo it on the day before. It's gonna be good. Emma might not stream it, she said yesterday, but you're still hyped. Fair enough. I have no idea who's all going to be streaming it. I'm pretty sure Captain Canadia is going to be streaming it. And Algo might be streaming it. I'm trying to remember, but I'm going to be streaming it. So, so there's that at the very least. If you want to be there for the stream, then I'll be here for you. I see people talking about a raid. Let's go see if we have any raid targets today. Anyone live? Customization. Boom, boom. I could raid... No, there's no one really. Could have raided Emma yesterday. I saw that after the fact, and I was like, gosh darn it, I never get a chance to raid Emma. I never get the chance. Anyone live on Twitch right now? Is Salments live on Twitch? No. Alright. No worries. Good looking out, though, chat. Good looking out. Alright. I'll be back on Sunday for the Archipelago Randomizer, Shenanigans, and Chaos. Until then, y'all, be good to one another, be good to yourselves, and I will see you on the flip side. This is Aragon Matrix, signing on out. Thank you and have a good one, friends. Bye-bye!